Welcome to another episode of Off the Record Podcast, man. I'm here with one of the people who, he might look young, but pretty much I definitely won't call him a dinosaur because he's definitely relevant now, but he's been here for a while, a fossil,
yes,
okay?
Sir.
A guy who has survived many different generations, seeming lifetimes, and, you know, still manages to still be at the forefront of producing and making great music. Now,
yes,
I gotta ask, you know, obviously, if people are seasoned, and I know I have a bunch of like younger audience, people that watch me, some might just only know you as hitmaker.
Some niggas know me as Young Berg. I'm still Young Berg. Hitmaker is just the brand. It ain't like I'm meeting people like, hi, I'm Hitmaker.
Yeah.
It's just the brand because my Young Berg, that name was so muddy back then that
you should have sued Trick for that. That's all he's doing.
Listen, that shit was so crazy. I'm gonna give you a detailed step by step of how that shit really went down. But it was so muddy for my name, and like all I do is music. Like a lot of people don't know that like my parents millionaires. So like I was already like a kid. Like I didn't grew up. I never had a sandwich, a hot dog, a hamburger, McDonald's, Burger King, none of that shit in my life. Like niggas had like
a chef or some shit.
Yeah, I was living in mansions from. That's all I remember as a kid. But like I was so.
Why the hell you do music?
Nigga, I could have been 16 with a Range Rover. I was captivated by DMX, Jay-Z, that era, Jadakiss, and all these different rappers. And back then, you had to really like live out your rap shit. So like, instead of being a kid 16 with a Range Rover, I was literally like in Inglewood, like where Lil Durk and all them from. Like I've known Durk and them since they were kids, bro. Yeah. And like I was literally like selling crack, you know what I'm saying? And then going home to a mansion or whatever, just because I was trying to be authentic to what
the lifestyle was
with the music,
was very appealing.
Which in hindsight was a terrible move, you know what I'm saying? Because I wouldn't advise nobody to do that, but that was just like the era of what it was back then, early 2000s and shit like that. Like you couldn't really like fake it. You couldn't be 1 foot in, 1 foot out. They'd call you out like, yo, you a fraud. Like, and you would, the credibility was at an all time high. Now it's just different. It's the Wild Wild West.
Okay, so and this is one of the questions I think I have personally, but I know when I talk about you, I need you to clear up because I know you are involved with so many records that are successful, but I always like for example, recently I was talking about, you know, obviously the whole thing, Metro, Drake, Kendrick, whatever, and then all of a sudden I was like, yo, you know what, man, I hate that like Verses went away because like I think Boy Wonder could probably go hit for hit with Metro, even though Metro's a monster. And then I was just throwing some like producers in the air, and then your name came about, but then it was a weird thing because I don't necessarily just put you in a producer category, and I don't know if I just put you in a writer category, but I put you behind these records. Right. So I guess to like the explanation for that everybody probably wants to know, what's usually your involvement with the majority of records? Because niggas is wondering if you're just DJ Khaled in it and just like doing an ad-lib here, even though I know he does more, but like, you know what I mean? You know, a little ad-lib here and be like, all right, this is a hit.
So early in my career, like a lot of people don't know whether it's like Sexy Lady. All my records is Young Berg, Sexy Can I, Sexy Lady, The Business. I was actually programming the beats and making the beats to those records.
Really?
Nobody knew I was a producer. And it wasn't, back then it wasn't like the thing to be like, I produced this record, you know what I'm saying? I was just in my moment. You got to remember, I'm a young nigga that's lit with a bunch of bitches now, you know what I'm saying? So I was just on my journey and I wasn't shouting that out. In hindsight, I wish I had said more of that so people knew that I was writing and producing all those different records. Every R&B part, fucking Trey Songz, Lloyd, the girl Casher who sang The Business, all the people, A. Marie, all the people that wrote my album, I wrote every word that came out their mouth.
Really?
Sexy Lady, I wrote that whole song.
Really?
Yeah, so it's kind of like people didn't understand that. And then when my career like evolved and then I became Young Berg, well, I was Young Berg then, but like nobody wanted, I still made fire music, but I went through a bunch of bullshit and like everybody kind of like turned they fucking back on me and made me feel like I had Ebola or some shit like that. It wasn't cool to be around me. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna change my name to Hitmaker. And I don't even know, like, cause that's a real bold move, you know what I'm saying? Cause I ain't really had no hits except mine. I literally went in the studio one day and I was just doing a hook. I used to do all the demos on every song. I'm doing a hook and I'm just like, Hitmaker. And I just said it. I'm like, fuck it. I'm gonna keep that or whatever and switch the tone on that. I think like my earliest placements were like John by Rick Ross and Lil Wayne.
What'd you do on that record?
I co-produced that record as well.
Really? I didn't even know you're fucking with the drums and shit like that. I'm thinking. So I used to believe. I think this guy has a great ear for a hit record, and you know I started thinking of, because you also had a label position too, which we'll probably get into. Yeah. I was like, maybe you're the guy who just knows how to put together the hit records, but you're not necessarily programming shit and sequencing
now
the beat.
I don't program shit.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? Like in that day, the early day, Young Berg shit, I was programming on Fruity Loops or whatever. But now the operation and the actual like. I got so much shit going on that I don't want to program beats. To me, that's for like niggas that love to be on their laptop all day, want to jack off all day to Pornhub, sticky fucking computer, and just send me beats. I'm a real producer.
Yeah.
So shout out to all my guys that I co-produce with, like John by Rick Ross and Lil Wayne. That's Ayo, the producer. He's a very successful producer. He did WAP by Cardi B and Megan as well. So he was signed to me. So I was able to have a collection of beats from him at that time. And the funny shit is that I went to a studio called No Excuses, which is Interscope Studio in LA. And I was working with Polo the Don. And this how far back shit go. Roscoe Dash was signed to Polo the Don.
Yeah,
so me and Roscoe Dash had created a song together. We had co-wrote a song together on the John beat.
Yeah.
And it was a Roscoe Dash song. And somehow, some way, when I left, Polo ended up giving that beat to Wayne. And then that's how that became that song. And they just took Roscoe Dash off the song and he gave the beat to Wayne. And that's how that came to fruition. So that's one way of co-producing. Other times, like, calculated, like I went on a fucking run. Like, I don't know, I think it's probably like 5 years ago, I was like, yo, I'm gonna go flip every record like how Diddy did, and I'm gonna go flip all. I'm really like the nigga that started the wave of the flipping songs and all this other shit. So I went and flipped everything that I seen on 106 and Park, and I'm like, yo, I'm gonna be the. I hate to say it now because of what he's going through, but I still respect what he did, his work. I'm gonna be like the Diddy of this generation. No, not that way.
You gotta put it in context. Don't clip it yet.
Musically, I'm gonna take the same formula that he did with going back and flipping the classics, and I just did it in the 106 and Park type ish era or whatever, and it just went on a string of hits.
Name a couple of those.
Shit, I mean, from fucking Tiana Taylor, King Combs, How You Want It, we flipped the Mace, Tell Me What You Want record, to even as recently to, well, damn, I like the old ones too. Leighton Green featuring fucking PNB Rock, City Girls, and Lil Baby. Leave Them Alone, I did that record too.
Sweetie started doing that too, like kind of almost like flipping.
That was like after, like once I started the wave, she came with my type. Shout out to London on the Track or whatever.
Which, by the way, that's the easiest way how to get like a hit record.
Familiarity, because it's there.
And also, I think hip hop is aging so much that, like, it would be weird to be nostalgic to a record 2 years ago from now, but 2005, like that's like a sweet spot right now.
It's the 106 and Park era because everybody that kind of like our age or whatever, like I'm in my 30s right now. Everybody that was in that era like grew up on that shit. So I'm like, yo, instead of digging back to like how Jermaine Dupri and all these different people were in the 80s and then you know what I'm saying, taking songs from that. Like a lot of people don't even realize that like fucking Nelly Hot in Here is a song by Chuck Brown. I think his name is Chuck Brown, and it's with the whole song. The beat and a mix a little bit of with a little bit the top line. Pharrell but he recreated that whole scratch.
Really?
The beat is a flip and the top line is a flip, but nobody really knows it.
Yeah, that's the great thing about like producing. Like once you get out of that rememberable era, you could just take a whole beat and pretty much just add some sprinkles to it, and everybody's like,
"Bro, the song." Now that I remember, the song is called "Bustin' Loose." You know how Nelly's like, "I feel like bustin' loose," and not that it's the same thing that he did.
Really?
Yes.
Well, I gotta go check that out.
So it's just crazy, and
So you start doing that, and you're kind of having some success because you're flipping everything at that point.
And then okay, so I think a real spike in my career, like boom. So the big moment I think I had early was, all right, damn, I'm doing Love and Hip Hop in 2014. So before Love and Hip Hop, I'm fucking putting my boots to the ground, getting a bunch of different placements, and then I was approached to do Love and Hip Hop, and they like, yo, you should do this. At that point, I was doing Nicki's album. I did like 6 records on a Pink Print.
Really?
I was working with Diddy.
I think that's like, is it Pink Print or Pink Friday? That's like her
Pink Print
classic. Okay.
So I was with Nicki like every day.
How do you get these placements? Because when you started kind of reemerging in the aspect of, hey, this is a guy behind the hits. Usually, sometimes like people will have like that thought about a rapper, or whatever, like, oh yeah, you're not that guy just because we know you buy these records. It looked like you were getting placements, so people are taking you serious.
Yeah, for sure. I think so the Nicki shit, and like Nicki was like my best friend at the time. Like we would talk 24/7, and that was really random. I was I'm signed. Well, right now I have a joint venture with APG, but I was signed to Mike Karen at the time or whatever, and I just had my first placement. So I did a pub deal, and shout out to Mike Karen. I think he signed me for like $25,000 to a pub deal.
Really?
He got me for the low.
When?
And like this is like 2010, 11, something like that. I'm still signed to him today. It's 13 years later, and I'm still
why'd you sign for $25,000?
Like I had no money. $25,000 was like a good vibe, and he was giving me access to the studio and all the other stuff. So I'm like, yo,
okay. So what I try to do as well is try to give like some music education to the people who, because some people don't even understand what a pub deal is, right? For the people who are behind the records and the making of these records, when they hear a pub deal, and especially for what you're doing, what does that mean?
So basically, someone is just basically advancing you the money that they feel like they're going to generate based off the placements that you already have and what your publishing can create. So either you go into a situation like I did. I had a few hits, some great records. Like mind you, John wasn't what it is now, and the Tamar Braxton cuts and fucking King Louis featuring Juicy J and Pusha T, My Hoes Do Drugs. Like these records weren't like big records at the moment. So essentially, he believed in my talent, and he was like, yo, you're a good guy. I want to give you a place, a facility to work out of, and I'm going to bet on you. He took that bet on me, and I was gracious, and I was happy to be able to receive what I got from the situation. And fucking, we just hit the ground running and start working. And when you're dealing with, initially in your mind, now it's a different formula. In my mind, in 2010, 2011, it's like, okay, I'm going to do this deal with Mike Karen because Mike Karen's going to get me a bunch of cuts. He's the guy. He's the one that broke fucking Flo Rida, T-Pain, all these different writers.
And then pretty much APG was the, hey, listen, open up the book and go get a hit for Atlantic.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, so that happened. Mike got me a few different placements at that time or whatever. And then I'm in Mike's studio, which ended up being a great thing for me. Pop and Oak had sent me a pack of beats or sent Mike a pack of beats or whatever. And I went in and I did a demo hook for Nicki Minaj. And I named the song Nicki and Hitmaker. Probably 2 days later, one of my friends, Sounds, who's a producer, he was bigger than me at the time too, and he was working in a studio called Glenwood Studio in Glendale in LA. And fucking he like, come up here, let's just smoke. I'm working with Esther Dean artists or some shit like that. I'm like, all right, bet. I come up there, smoke, chill with him. My man Doc, shout out to Doc, he was like, Nicki Minaj in the A room, that's her studio. I'm like, for real? I just did this record. Go tell Nicki I want to play her some shit. Boom. He like, the security said she gonna come get you in 10 minutes. So I'm like, oh shit, it's about to go down. Boom, go to see Nicki. She's in there, super excited to be around her. I start playing records. As I'm playing records, she going crazy.
Are you playing demos? You're playing your records?
Demos. I don't do like, bro, I don't play beats for nobody. Every song that I've ever placed was a song already before the artist got it. So if it's for a rapper, the hook is already on it. If it's for an R&B artist, the song
so you
is
got
done.
The wild reference track stash.
Bro,
like,
I can play you Big Sean Bounce Back, the fucking reference from that. A lot of people don't know me and Jeremiah and Shy Hoover wrote that hook. And that's how
you didn't write Big Sean's part though.
No, we wrote the hook. And that's how he was able to get that record. And that record is 8 times platinum now. That shit damn near about to be diamond too. So I come with a fucking folder of demos already, and like I'm playing this, I'm playing that, she's going crazy. And then Nicki was like, I ain't gonna front, I've been fucking with you ever since this. And she played my song, The Business.
Yeah.
And it clicked to me, it was like, oh shit, I was kind of like famous before Nicki's career took off the way it did, because I came out with them songs in like 2007, 2008. So she was probably like upcoming, you know what I'm saying, on the rise. And then from there, when she played my record, I'm like, all right, bet, we locked in. And I ain't gonna lie, Nicki did the most solid shit ever. She was like, look, bro, I'm not here every day. This your studio now. I believe in you. Come, have all your friends come, Jeremiah, whoever you want to work with or whatever, come. And she just opened the studio up, and that's when we went on a crazy run together. And like, we would go to concerts. I remember Soulja Boy was with me. Rich the Kid was with Soulja Boy. This one, Rich the Kid didn't even have dreads. This nigga had like a fade. And like, she was doing like a summer jam in LA, and that's when it first popped off. I think it's like, she posted the pictures of me and like all the stuff on her social, and they were like, what the fuck is Young Berg doing with Nicki Minaj? Yeah. And I think it kind of like started correlating, like, oh shit, that nigga's a producer, that nigga's a writer, da da da. And when I was doing Love and Hip Hop, she was like, I'm like, can I say your name? You know what I'm saying? She was like, yeah, dude, do your shit. because she was close with Mona Scott. I think they had that mixed Moscato at the time and all other shit. So she like, I ain't gonna lie, I do watch Love and Hip Hop. It was kind of like a guilty pleasure from her, I'm assuming. And she was like, go ahead, say whatever you want to say. And shit, that led to me just being on TV, like I'm working with Nicki. And then when the album came out and I had 6 records on the project, it solidified it.
Wow. Hey, so from a record, and by the way, this is behind the scene, behind the curtain stuff in terms of creating these records. You said you don't play a record for an artist just the beat.
No.
You play them an idea or something of the sort. Is that kind of like, is that the easiest way to kind of sell a record to an established artist, or like get them to believe in it, or is that just your method?
I think it's our method. Shout out to like my crew, Make It Sound. But in reality, I think that, all right, look, say I wanted to do a podcast, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, not even want to do. Say I'm just someone that's doing a podcast, and then I walk in and I present you, and I say, yo, here's the numbers, here's what I'm doing, here's my audience, and it's already built in. You're gonna be like more like inclined to be like, all right, let's do it. Join the academy. You know what I'm saying? Let's do that. Like similar to how Troy Ave was doing this stuff, and then you believe in him. So if I got a demo that's already a hit, and you like, this shit is smash, all I got to do is fill in the blanks on this. It's just an easier process for the artist.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Obviously with, at least recently, there's been constant conversation again about reference tracks and people having help. You've worked with a lot of people, right? Have you worked with artists that'd be like, yo, listen, nigga, I only want the hook. I don't want no verses, or, hey, listen, I just want a little melody. Like, don't give me no words. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And how do you treat those type of things? Because, for example, like the Drake thing that came out, right? I think, to me, it's impossible that Drake, who's now a billionaire through music, he's at the Raptors game every 2 days. He's flying around constantly. He's fucking 30 bitches a week. That he's like here with the pen and the pad, like, what rhymes with temptation? Like, no, like, yo, it's only so much a human could do, and we're expecting greatness from the top tier artists, right? So I imagine they would get help or get ideas or whatever the case is. For whatever reasons, fans are really naive to the record making process, and they actually believe every word, every melody came from that artist's brain.
I think, to me, this where it fucks me up with the Drake shit, right? Because he's written full songs for so many different people, our favorite people, whether it's Alicia Keys' Unthinkable or whatever song that was, or whatever, featuring him or whatever. Like, bro, he's wrote for everybody in the business. So it's kind of like to discredit him at a point to where he's been the guy for damn near over a decade now, you know what I'm saying? Because he's collaborating with somebody else. It's just fucking foolish. But you know how that shit go, bro. Act like you've been at the top and at the forefront of media for a long time. So say your run goes motherfucking 10 more years. There's gonna be some fucking body that wants to get you the fuck out the way. Like, it's like, yo, like, this nigga's been a nigga too long.
I really think that's the thing with Drake. Like, people just like, yo, this is time for like, niggas is tired of him winning. If he was like, if he fell off like a couple times and then came back, they'd be like, all right, you know what I mean? But like, niggas is like, yo, again? This nigga, he's dropping more records these days. He's keep going crazy. I think people are sick of that. How about the artist integrity though? Is there any, like, you're a Drake fan? I'm guessing everybody's a Drake fan, right?
I've worked with Drake several times. I think we got a Grammy with Drake.
Oh shit.
We did Jaded or whatever. We didn't produce it, but we did Ty Dolla $ign's parts on Jaded because it was a full verse.
Oh
and
shit.
Everything we did, and when we sent it back to Drake and 40 and them, they just stripped it and kind of.
Is Jaded the one he wrote about that chick? What girl was?
Yes, son. I heard it. Yes, son. Georgia.
Yo, that's why I fuck with Drake shit. Like, when I could relate a song to an actual situation, like if you just in the studio just rapping about make believe and like ponies and like dinosaurs, like, come on. When I could relate it to, like, damn, this thing was sprung over that girl. That's kind of real. Bro, every real nigga goes through some shit like that. I like that.
Every real nigga goes through shit like that. And then what's another time? I've worked with Drake a few times. No Stylist by French Montana did that record as well.
Oh shit. What you doing that?
Shout out to London on the track. We co-wrote the whole song with French or whatever. And then
really?
London made the beat, and then French ended up sending it to Drake, and Drake hopped on it.
You see, that's the thing. Like, if somebody heard that maybe I gave the hook to French, nobody's gonna care. If it was like Drake, they'd be like, yo, Drake, you not cutting your own hooks, nigga?
That's unbelievable though. Like, bro, a hook is a hook, bro. Niggas do hooks all the time. Like so look, this what the real question is. You gonna burn out trying to use your own mind, and like you can't tour, fuck, do all the shit you talking about.
Yeah, for real. You can't live life.
Do that. Yeah,
like you can't live life.
You have to put in those hours, and then what I do respect about Drake very heavily is that he doesn't give it's not a year we miss him. Yeah. Even if he might not drop an album that year, he's on everybody's shit. And that's what I don't respect about a lot of niggas that's in the game, which I love, and I never say their names or whatever, but it's like he put so many niggas on. Nobody is really like saying like how you said, I think I watched the interview with you, like he needed 600 Breezy. Just be like, man, fuck you. I don't care how that song sound. Fuck that shit. That shit trash. Even though it's the song, the best song in the world.
Yo, hey, I'm gonna be honest. So, and I'll ask you, and you don't gotta give no direct sources, but you tell me what you've heard, because I've actually, I've reached this to a bunch of people that I had to make calls. I'm like, why does everybody hate this nigga? Like, it has to be something why nobody's fucking with him. Like, and it can't just be, like, I understand jealousy and competition, be like, yo, he's been number one too long. Some of these niggas is really like, yo, nigga, we don't like you, nigga. Like, it seems like it's almost given a pattern of you're a fucked up individual beyond music.
I think it's more so like, I feel like the streets niggas probably felt like they embraced him. You know, like, okay, what's Rose's perspective on the situation? Like, yo, we brought you in, we made you look cool around street niggas because we felt like you wasn't cool because you from Canada.
Yeah, but that's mutually beneficial. Like my thing is, how does it go wrong? Does he fuck your bitch? I think he's fucking everybody's bitches.
I mean, didn't the girl that what's her name? She go to the show. She was at my studio too. She was at Circle House right after the shit.
You fucked her too?
No, I didn't fuck her. But the funny part is, like,
Ross didn't give you a verse.
I love Ross. Ross, my brother.
Oh, I was about to say Ross about to drop a verse on you too.
Nigga, I got hella records with Ross. But the thing is that she came to the studio and she played me the record that she dropped after she's an artist too, and she was playing me a record.
Is it diss song to Ross?
It was. Her and Young Blue were on the song.
Wait, she's dissing Ross?
Not like explaining her side of the story.
Yo, what the fuck?
And I swear to God, on a stack of Bibles, I'm like, don't put this shit out. Don't drop this.
Wait, Young Blue's on it?
Yeah. And she like, nah, it's coming out. I'm finna put it on DSP.
Now shout out to Blue. Blue a real one.
Shit out.
Hey, when I was in my little rap era, I sent Blue a record. That nigga sent me back the record in 30 minutes.
Bro, I love Blue. You know I did Baddest with Chris Brown and 2 Chainz for Blue.
Really? Nigga, how you getting all these damn placements, man?
So the reality of it is that, like I was saying, I had the placements. I did the Nicki shit. I did the Big Sean Bounce Back, and those were like 2 big records. Shout out to Metro Boomin and Smash David, who also on the Bounce Back record. And from there, my mentor is Ryan Press, who's the head of Warner Chappell. So I literally went on the Breakfast Club and lied. Like they let me do an interview with the Breakfast Club after I had these placements. I went in an interview and I was like, yo, I swear, like, these labels trying to hire me as an A&R too. Not only am I making these records, they want to hire me in these offices as being an A&R.
That's a good cap right there.
I said it, and Charlamagne was like, oh, for real? Kind of threw a little sauce on it. The next day, my man Ryan hit me and was like, yo, you were serious about that? I'm like, yeah. He like, yo, when you get back to LA, I want to take you to meet Craig and Julie. Like, y'all should do a meeting. So I went in there with Craig and Julie, and I just basically told them the real shit. I'm like, yo, I'm on ground. I'm actually making these records. What better situation to have the guy that I'm the next lineage. You guys believed in Irv Gotti. You believed in all these different people that had their subsidiaries that were producers and executives at the same time. That's the space that I need to be in. And I went, had that meeting with Craig. He like, meet Julie tomorrow. Met Julie, gave her the same spiel, and then from there, I became the vice president of A&R at Atlantic Records, and this is 2016.
Okay, and now this is just me on my pocket watching shit. How much they pay for that shit?
I think I was getting paid like $500,000 a year.
For real?
Yeah, I had
to do what?
To be an A&R.
Like what's the job? Like what do you show up and do?
I never had an office. So like this back when Atlantic, before they switched their office, now it's downtown. Their office was initially in Burbank. I told them I didn't want an office. We started the package deal was this that they laid out for me, my mentors. A&R gig with a salary. song deal, which I probably did a 20 song deal at $30,000 a song. So that means they paid me $30,000 20 times before I did the songs because they knew what was gonna happen with me being involved. And then
you still get your publishing, all that.
Publishing, all that shit is already included. And then I was like, yo, I don't want to work in the office. I need a studio. So they were paying $15,000 a month for me to be in a studio, $10,000 to the studio and $5,000 to my engineer. And that was a part of my contract, and I had a 4-year deal.
Oh, that's a good finesse, man.
It was a beautiful.
It all started
situation.
from capping at the Breakfast Club.
It started at Cap.
Hey, listen, the best situations. I mean, like, look, like, and Ross is my man, but look what Cap'n got him. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm moving way across the Atlantic. You know what I mean? It was like we found out you're CO. Who gives a fuck? You know what I mean? That nigga's on Star Island now.
When it work,
not Rikers Island, Star Island.
When it work, it's not Cap. It's called speaking into existence.
Oh yeah,
when
yeah.
it don't work, it's just Cap.
Yeah. No, 50 had this one video like on like this fucking building. And he's like, yo, listen. He was like, I was delusional enough to keep saying this shit that when everybody would basically look at me as like, yo, that's just not gonna happen, and it basically worked. It's kind of like speaking into existence. So that kind of, damn, I didn't know that's how you got that A&R position, bro.
Yep. So I got the A&R position. Shout out to so like the guys at the company when I first came into the company were Orlando Warrenberg and Dallas Martin, and you know Orlando like
a star, man.
Yeah, he had Orlando was so bossed up at that time. Like we would be doing A&R meetings. He wouldn't even come in there. He would be in a lounge smoking weed. You know what I'm saying? Because he had just signed Boogie, PNB Rock, Kodak. The nigga was on fire.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So he really was like the star in Atlantic Records as an A&R. And he really didn't fuck with me at first when we first met. Because he like, I'm trying to figure out what this really means. Like, who is this kid? Then we end up making like a real connection. And that's my brother right now as well. Like a real big brother.
Let me ask you a question. Because, and I had Orlando. Orlando's amazing. Do you think that probably symbolized maybe a little shift, at least in Atlantic, in how they were viewing stuff? Because I remember from his signees, they quickly went to, hey, more than finding the artist, let's find the record.
Right.
And we'll find someone to do the record and we'll get we'll reap the benefits. Because then it was like, hey, let's get the songs.
Right.
We might even sign a social media star, or okay, you got a little motion here, but maybe you just got lucky. We'll take you and give you records. Right. You get what I mean? Which I think he was looking at, yo, this guy at PNB Rock out of Philly, this guy's like just genuinely talented. Right. Yo, oh shit. A Boogie had like, you know, he was looking for the actual talent artist. And then, you know, labels always trying to do things more efficiently. Like, man, that's hard to do. You're not going to keep striking gold on that.
Right.
But if you got one good person who can make these records, get these things organized, you.
Exactly. So like I was curating a lot of those records. I think like my first big placements. I'll give you an example with the Orlando situation. So A Boogie had this record called "Look Back at It," which is 8 times platinum right now. So and we're in an A&R meeting and fucking they're playing this A Boogie record, "Look Back at It." It's probably like 4.5 minutes long. They're sending the fucking shit to, well, shout out to Jahan Sweet and Boy Wonder. I think they did the initial Better Music, but it was no drums on it. It's nothing going on. So we're in an A&R meeting and they're like, man, how do we fix this? We send it to Mustard. We send it to this person, that person. This is in a time period where they're still trying to get the Michael Jackson clearance done because Michael, it took a long time. He had that record for a while before I even came to the company. And Mike took a while. His estate took a while.
Oh, I was about to say, wasn't Mike dead? I'm like, oh, hell no.
No, but
Mike took a while. I'm like, yo, hold up. No.
He kicked all that shit. So,
but Mike was dead at this time.
He was dead.
Oh, okay. So, but when you said Mike took the time, I'm like,
nah, his estate took the time. So from there, they were doing all that, and they're playing in an A&R meeting. And of course, A Boogie is a very prolific writer, and this is like, he was younger. This is probably like 6 years ago type shit. So he was like, he wasn't open to like collaborating or doing like that. And still, even when I work with Boogie now, like he pushes the pen all the way. But this is really what happened. We in the A&R meeting, and I'm like, yo, give me that fucking record. Like I'll make it make sense. It's very long. Let's find the hook, the sweet spot. Let's rearrange it, restructure it. So at that point, I was able to tap in with M and QP from High Bridge or whatever, and they were like, look, we're going to Hawaii to do where Kanye did My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. We're going there and we're renting out the whole studio and we want you to come and fuck with Boogie. So I came out there. This is a Hoodie Season, the album, and fucking we're in Hawaii.
That's his classic.
Yes, we're in Hawaii. We're vibed out or whatever. And I think we went in and I think like the first day we did like 10 songs, and like Star Tender was one of the songs that came out of that for my love of the bitches and just being thirsty for girls that work at starlets. Yeah, like we came up with the idea, me and my partner Krishan or whatever, and Boogie came and like flushed it, you know what I'm saying? And that was like the first one we did. And at that point we had to look back at a record, and we went back to the hotel after we did that stuff that night. And I was like, with my partner Krishan, we kind of like restructured the whole record with my engineer at the time, made it consolidated into like a 2-minute and 30-second record, and look back at it. That wasn't a hook initially in the song. So I found that part and put it there and kind of made it a hook and made it repetitive or whatever. And I'm like, yo, they want drums on this shit, but I don't think so. I'm like, bro, Krishan, like, give me one of them snaps out your computer or whatever. Let's just put a snap in this shit. We just put a snap in the song or whatever, restructured it, presented it back to them. There's no drums, period. There's no drums in the song at all. There's no 808s. There's no nothing. That shit. It's like probably like it's like a music, ballad, bass line. Yeah, it's like a ghetto ballad. Yeah. So fucking we did that, and the Atlantic Boogie, everybody loved the new version of the record. I sent it to Jason Joshua. Jason Joshua mixed the record, and it's 8 times platinum now.
Oh my God. Mm-hmm. Yo, I love hearing about how records are produced, because obviously as fans we get the final product. Mm-hmm. But hearing how sometimes music either changes, or sometimes it could have been a record that wasn't going anywhere, and someone says, yo, man, let's give me this song, man. I'm gonna do something to it, and it turns out to be gold. Yeah. I mean, and then at that time too, I really respect Highbridge and that whole team, because like I had a few hits and I had my shit going, but at the same token, like you gotta remember, I'm playing two sides of the fence. I'm still young Berg to these people. So like they trying to compute like what the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like why do we need him to do that? And they took a chance, flew me out to Hawaii, flew my team out to Hawaii, and we had great results from the situation. Okay, now let's go back a little bit. I love these stories, by the way. We're gonna get back to that too. I got a billion of them. So what you saying, you know, I think that would be the mentality maybe at that time for a lot of people, like, what the fuck Young Berg gonna do, right? But that those thoughts only came from your reputation going through some turbulent times. The robbery shit and all the other stuff, change shit or whatever. Because all my records I ever dropped at Young Berg is platinum. Yeah, no, of course. I'm gonna be honest with you. You're the reason why I don't pop out at random events. Like when I pop out, I gotta move right. Yeah, I'm the reason I don't pop out, nigga. I don't go nowhere. I've always thought, I'm like, imagine if I pop out and that one nigga is there, and then because I used to even watch your interviews, I'm like, how is this happening, bro? So look, a lot of people this was so fucked up, even with that transformer chain situation, right? So the transformer chain transformed your career. Yeah. So at that point, like this was really the funny part. Boom. I'm signed to Epic Records. Koch at the time, Ray J was signed to Koch. So we had the Sexy Can I record, and Epic and Koch kind of like did a joint venture with that record or whatever. Yeah. I'll never forget it. Charlie Walker. Because it's both of y'all records not featured, right? No, it's both of us. Ray J and Young Berg. So fucking I didn't want to do the record. I had Sexy Lady out at the time, but I loved Ray J. Ray J was my man, because this around the time when he dropped the tape with Kim Kardashian. I'm like, yo, this is a fly nigga. He getting a lot of pussy. Like, this is my type of nigga. Yeah. Like, yo, we need to be around each other. So we was vibed out. And fucking, he was on my EP at the time, and I had Sexy Lady. It was the #1 song in the country. And like, I never forget, I went to Epic Records. Charlie Walk, who's probably like 5 feet, like Kevin Hart size or some shit like that. He fucking calls me up there because I wouldn't do the record. At first, they wanted Styles P on Sexy Can I, because Styles P was signed to Koch. He did a verse on it and all the other shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that wouldn't have been a wavy for the ladies. I ain't gonna lie. So they did that, and then they came up with the idea like, yo, Berg is going crazy right now. Let's put Berg on it. Ray J agreed to the situation. So at that time, Detail, who's also a producer on that record, Detail was flying high at that time too. And fucking Charlie Walker. Whatever happened to Detail? I mean, he went to jail for he's in jail still. We get to that. I thought after Drake's homies beat him up, like he just got he went to jail for that some R word shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, really? Yeah, he in jail right now. So, I mean, whatever. But from there, Charlie Walk brings me to the fucking office, and like he's in there, he's tap dancing. When I walk in his office, he's playing Sexy Can I, and this without me. So Sexy Can I initially was Ray J would sing for 4 bars. Empty space, no words. Then
2 minutes later in the song, he'll sing another 4 bars. So it's really like a sketch, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, just fill in the blanks type shit or whatever. And Charlie Walk was like, yo, this is gonna be your biggest record of your career. I promise you, I'm like, yo, I don't wanna do this shit. Like, yo, I'm gonna be the sexiest nigga in the world. I got a single out that's #1 called Sexy Lady.
Yeah.
You want me to come back with Sexy Can I?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
nigga, I'm gonna be the sexiest nigga in the fucking world, bro.
And also it kind of pigeonholes you like, oh yeah,
you're just sexy nigga.
Yeah, you're just remixing the same concept, right?
So fucking, I'm like, no, I ain't doing that shit. He like, what's gonna take you to do the record? I'm like, shit, you gotta buy me an Epic Records chain. So I'm like, he like,
you trolling that time
no,
to you.
I swear to God.
No. But like you're saying it like you're thinking they ain't gonna do it. Or
no,
something.
I thought he would.
Oh, you think? Oh shit.
Yeah. So I'm like, you gotta buy me an Epic Records chain. Here's Jason of Beverly Hills number right now. Call him. You call him right now and buy me the chain. I'll do the record. He called Jason of Beverly Hills. It probably came out my budget or whatever, and they bought me an Epic Records chain. So I go back to Miami. We fly there, and literally we walked from like the Lowe's Hotel to fucking Wet Willie's, and like we wrote, like I came up with the raps. My brother was throwing a couple bars at me and just different ideas. We walked from there, came up with the shit, went to Circle House where I work now, crazy to this day, laid the record and shit. Now the record is 8 times platinum.
God damn.
And I didn't, nigga, I went to jail on the set of the video at the first shot of the video to that song.
Why?
Bro, we in a Lamborghini. This shot 1 is like 10 a.m. It's hot as fuck in Miami. Me and Ray J smoking in the Lamborghini. I'm smoking. We doing a shot 1. I throw a fucking roach out the fucking Lamborghini. Police that's like protecting us on the video set came and picked up the roach, smelt it.
You're lying.
Like, and cuffed me up and took me to jail.
This was like off duty.
Nigga, that nigga took me to jail. Shaquille O'Neal bailed me out of jail, and that's how I got out of the back in the
Shaq
video.
bailed you out?
Like 9 hours later, Shaq is a police in Miami. Shaq was partners with Ray J on that song. He gave Ray J $1.5 million to like do the album. So fucking Whack 100 and Money Mark and Ray J had a situation with Shaq, and fucking Shaq.
Yo, I heard Shaq really tapped in.
No, Shaq is tapped all the way. He tapped into DMs. He tapped into all that shit.
I hear
he done bought a couple bitches I know, cars and all type of shit.
Yo, Shaq DM 3 of my chicks. Like, if Shaq ain't DM me your chick, something's wrong. Yo,
you got the wrong bitch.
You know who called me? Yo, Tusi called me and be like, that nigga DM my bitch too. I'm like, yo, how the hell? Yo, Shaq is active. Like, Shaq and Sway Lee, they've DM'd 3 to 4 of my chicks.
Shaq, and what's scary part is Shaq has more money than all of us. So if Shaq
that's the problem.
Bitch, yo.
Shaq got like a 300-foot yacht.
Yo.
And I was just like, I can't compete with a nigga like this. You know what I mean?
No way. So the nigga came and bailed me out of jail, and it was beautiful. And we finished the video. You wouldn't even expect that shit really happened like that, because the video looked like I was there the whole time. But like, this is back in the era when it was like ecstasy and like, boy, like Ray J and all them introduced me to that lifestyle. That
were probably fucking tons of bitches. But hold on, you gotta tell me. So, tell me the sequence of events. Why the fuck was Trick mad at you?
Okay, so boom, let's get back to that. So, Koch Records, Trick was signed to Koch Records at the time. Now this is after Sexy Can I, this going crazy. I dropped my song The Business. Now The Business is my 3rd single. It's #1 in the country now too.
I used to play that when I was actually DJing. I used to play that on my R&B set. Like, yo, this is where you trying to get everybody to fuck,
bro.
Yeah,
like, that shit was #1. I did the whole song in one take. My part,
really,
the girl part, and everything. Nigga, we was on ecstasy and did it in one take. In the
you better take some more ecstasy. That was a great song.
But this was the era when like I was around Irv Gotti and Ja Rule and all them, so I seen him make them hits on ecstasy. I'm like, yo, I gotta be on that shit.
You just gave it with the secret sauce. Niggas about to pop ecstasy all day now.
So I did that record, and I think that someone from Koch Records was like, yo, can Berg go to Trick is doing a club, and can he go do the appearance there when he goes to do, I'm headlining Summer Jam in Detroit while this is happening.
Yeah.
Shit. So I'm like, I think my management at the time and them like declined it. Like, nah, like he don't want to do that. And I think he felt a way about that or whatever.
Oh,
so I come to the city.
But you're not thinking it's nothing. You're just like,
listen,
you get requests all the time.
I can't make this shit up. I fly in on a private jet to Detroit. I get there. Now, this is the night before the show. So I'm there a day early in the city. I'm just with my brothers and with my entourage at the time. My entourage shows up on a tour bus or whatever, the guys or whatever. So I fly in on the jet, and you know, I'm just like you. I'm drinking, I'm smoking. Where the hoes at?
What up, bitches at, man? That's what I'm talking about.
Like, what's up? Like, what we doing tonight? So I can't make this shit up. I think 112, Slim from 112, and like my brother at the time was part of my entourage. Was like, yo, let's go to this spot, let's go to this club or whatever. Da 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 da. Let's go ahead. And I'm like, all right, bet. So we get to the club, we go in there. And fucking now the waitresses, they're Young Berg in the building, blah blah blah. They doing a whole movie. I'm trying to slide in on the low.
Yeah, you can't.
I ain't do no hosting. They ain't pay me or nothing like that. Or
but once they see you there, like that's how they gonna get the bottles flowing.
Exactly.
Yo, Berg is in here, like yo, what's up?
Exactly.
Bottles. Yeah.
So I'm thinking that now I'm looking for type reparation. Like yo, they shout me out. They trying to give me the mic and show. Yo, what a drink said. Give me some bottles for free at least. I'm not trying to do that. So they take me to the back room with my brother and security. I had U.S. Marshals with me the night that this happened too.
You're moving right. That's what I'm talking about.
Moving very tactical and fucking.
Wait, you had U.S. Marshals with you?
Yes, bro. But look, we get to the club. This is the first red flag that I should have seen. We get to the club and they like, it's police all outside the club, and they like, look, the marshals, you can't bring no gun in here. But I'm like,
what do you mean? No, this is U.S. Marshals.
They say we couldn't bring no gun in the club. But mind you, we like 20 deep. So I'm like, yo, go take them guns back in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't on no bullshit. We ain't came back. Take the guns back on the tour bus, bro.
Wait. Did you want to be like, yo, like why?
I was young and dumb at the time. Imagine being.
So shit's like going.
Yeah, like I'm 20 years old. Like that shit went over my head.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they take the guns back. We get in the club. Now they shout me out. So I'm like, yo, let's go talk to the promoter or whoever the nigga that's doing the party and let's figure this shit out.
You gotta break you off something.
We go up there, we go upstairs into like a fucking private room, office type shit. And fucking he's on the phone talking, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yo, we need bottles or something like that. Let's get to this back when Patron was the shit. I'm like,
hey, let me get some more liquor. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, this shit is flowing right now.
Me too. I'm like, yo, yeah, Tito straight. So I'm like, give me fucking 5 bottles of Patron. Like, fucking, I'm in here with a bunch of bitches. This one Patron was cracking. So boom, we do that. We're in there. He's on the phone, like getting clearance and getting understanding of what's going on from his peoples. And a nigga like, boop, he hung up the phone. He looked at me and my brother. He said, my partner Trick said, ain't no play for the bottles for y'all niggas in here. And it's a white man that's talking to us or something like that.
Wait, what?
In the club.
Wait, so you ain't know the whole time he's on the...
No, nigga, I'm at the club that they wanted me to go to at the time. Yo, we end up there mysterious. Like, yo, bro, I end up there at the club. Where Trick wanted me to go for Koch. Management flaked on them and told him I wouldn't do it. He thought I flashed on him and was like on some high horse shit.
Oh, yeah, on some nigga.
So
get out
now
of here.
we end up in the club regardless. So once he said that to me, I'm like...
But he's not at the club because the nigga had to call him.
No. And look, think about it. The guy that I was saying is my brother that was with me, he was... His old manager was cousins with Trick. Tom and Trev was his manager because he was a rapper at the time too. So like he fell out with his people, I think, because I had a show at the Roxy in LA and he was my hype man and they were outside and he wouldn't go get them niggas from the front. So they felt the way and they said it. This the reason why I didn't go to the club because they said it to him when they left him outside of the that's
a serious thing. You leave the homies outside the spot, you up in there party with a bitch.
At that occasion they say, yeah, you gonna have a problem. You go through through Detroit, nigga, with Trick, my family there. So they said that to him. So when it was approached to us to do the after party with Trick, niggas was my management was like, nah, because they already made it clear that it was smoke.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Because
of this nigga not doing whatever he was supposed to do for his manager at the time.
Just because a couple niggas ain't getting inside the club, exactly. A lot of shit's going on. Damn,
exactly. So the nigga like ain't no play for y'all in the bottle. So I look, my partner Trick this and the third. So I look at my brother, the same nigga that's my hype man. I'm like, let's get the fuck out of here.
Okay.
So and we leave
it hits
out.
You at that point. I know you said a lot of shit go over your head, but it hits you at that point. What the
so
fuck?
We leave out and fucking gathering up the team, got the security with me and this, that, and the third or whatever. And long story short, like just the club security for the club surrounded me and they just kicked off a fight and they just start fucking niggas up inside the club. The security that worked for the club, niggas with the security on their shirts. The
security?
Yes, they kicked it off and start fucking me up, fucking the team up, fucking everybody up. They kicked it off like that. So now we're in the club. I got this big dumbass chain on or whatever.
You
niggas beat me. Nigga, the chain was like this.
Nah,
big.
No, that shit was.
So it's like niggas,
that was the era of huge chains.
Exactly. So niggas is like fucking me up or whatever. And at the point, I think.
What happened to your security? What was they doing?
It was fucking him up.
What about the U.S. Marshals?
They was fucking them up, nigga.
Hey, what happened to the trained jiu-jitsu niggas?
Nigga, it was like 12 niggas just out of nowhere just started a
nigga,
fight.
The whole security team was fucking y'all up.
Surrounded us and start fucking everybody up, bro.
Nigga, that don't make sense. Like you tell me Trick had the entire security staff just fuck y'all up like they goons.
1,000 million zillion %. And I've never told this story on any platform ever in my life or doing interviews.
So wait, so it wasn't Trick and his goons, it's just security.
Mm-hmm. Which if Trick owns the club, then those are his goons because they're the security for the club.
Oh, okay, never mind.
So that was the line. And fucking, I think I was holding on to the chain so long, and then like we got like to the back of the club, and it's like 4 or 5 niggas.
So they beat your ass. You holding on to the chain like on some Freddie Gibbs shit.
Yeah, then they fucking come and stomp me out, and at that point, I'm like, man, fuck this shit.
You probably said,
I want my life. Go ahead and take this shit.
Oh nah.
And the fucked up part is, I think in hindsight, looking for my career, I didn't even do the Summer Jam the next day. I was the headliner of the shit in Detroit, but I was fucked up. So to
like,
me,
what do you mean you were fucked? Like physically injured?
Nigga, they fucked us up. Yeah.
Black eyes and shit?
Yeah.
Bumps, knots on your head?
Not all that, but we was fucked up.
Oh shit.
So fucking from there, the label was like, get him out of there. They put me on the jet, got me out of there.
Wait, so they took your chain. What else they take?
Nothing.
But now they got a chain. This is the time where like you take a nigga chain, you took his career.
Mm-hmm. It's that time now. Somebody take a chain now, it don't even really matter.
Nothing matters now.
Yeah, but fucking so that happens, and I wish in hindsight that I would have went and did the Summer Jam and performed, been like, yo, this happened. I'm still here for my fans or whatever, and got in front of the situation or whatever.
Yeah, you always got to get in front of it.
Before it went on a whole crazy spree, and niggas passing chain around. Soulja Boy got the chain and this, that, and
this shit went on tour. That was like the first Greasy Neck tour I've ever seen.
So imagine being somebody that's young, that's like, I really didn't have no beef with Trick. I don't even know Trick. I still haven't met him physically in person.
Did you talk to him after that? Like he ain't call you, be like, yo, no. That's what you get for.
No, I didn't want to talk. Like it was a dramatic point in my career.
Did you try, or your homies tried to like? Because like I know 2 rappers who got their chain confiscated, but before it got public, they hit up so and so that hit up so and so, and niggas made the plays that made shit right. Shit got back, and it never hit the media. So
I can't remember.
It's like niggas just politics it real quick. You know what I mean? It's like, all right, we'll return the shit. You know what I mean? Next time, don't do this or don't violate, blah, blah. But once the media reports on it, like, you know what I mean? It's like...
It's over.
Yeah.
But this is the beginning of, like, World Star being popular and all that shit. So I caught the first wave. I took all the arrows for everybody else that took them before.
Every time I seen a nigga with your chain, they had the World Star logo over them.
Bro, and that's really what happened. And from there, I was just, like, fucked up behind it because it's like, damn, like, imagine something happening to you and you really don't have no beef with the nigga that the shit is going on. Like, I don't even know how to explain it or whatever to say in an interview or done like that. It's like, damn, I don't even fucking know this nigga.
How did you feel? Because I've always wondered, I'm like, yo, I think these days public embarrassment is such a bad thing. Like, yo, you might have a nigga who might be like, yo, niggas think I'm a bitch. I gotta go. Well, obviously that wasn't your image, like you as a tough guy, but like, especially when you see some of the tough guys get like bitched or whatever, like they might be like, yo, I gotta shoot a nigga.
Right.
And we've seen like some of these people just crash out, be like, I bet niggas now think I'm pussy. I gotta make an example out of somebody. Fuck it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And now they're overcompensating. You know, how were you dealing with that mentally? Because the internet is going crazy on you.
I had a chip on my shoulder, and I was just, you know, on ecstasy and drinking and just caught up in a bad vibe, which led to, because this the other situation. I'm sure we gonna speak on this, so let's get past the bullshit to the, you know what I'm saying, that led and rolled into the me and Mayo situation. So like,
oh my God.
Yes. So look, let me tell you this. So we in a club, we in Atlanta. I lived in Atlanta at the time, and fucking we in this club. My song's still #1. The business still going crazy. This
is after. Okay.
Yeah, I'm still #1. My record is still going. Nobody cared. Like the radio didn't care. It's programming. It's already there.
Yeah.
So fucking we in a club, and I'll never forget this shit. Like this back when Atlantic Station was popping in Atlanta or whatever. I was living in the 12 condos or whatever over there, and fucking we were like 30 deep again. But we were all on ecstasy.
What type of niggas are you with? You can't be 30 deep in niggas taking this.
But this what it really was though. We were 30 deep, but they wasn't moving tactical. They wasn't for me. You know how it's like, you know how you got your friends that's like, now that we older and high, we can know what it is.
Oh, okay.
They just wanted to be in the mix. I'm the popping nigga. They wasn't like willing to like scrap it out for me or do this, that, and the third. They all wanted to be artists. They all wanted to be,
but you look strong in strength of numbers, but really maybe only 4 of them will scrap for you.
Exactly.
The rest of them gonna be like, oh shit, what the fuck going on? Yo, y'all niggas stop. Exactly. They're the breaking uppers. They ain't squabbling.
So if you remember, Mayo was on a business remix on my song and all that other shit, because like, and I fucked with Mayo or whatever. He's like a big bro at the time, and fucking we in the club. I'm on ecstasy. I'm wilding out and shit. Like I perform the business. I'm kissing fat girls on stage while I'm performing. Like I'm wilding out.
Yeah.
But because I got a chip on my shoulder. This shit just happened to me. I'm trying to show nigga, I ain't no bitch. I'm back outside.
Yeah,
this, that, and the third.
You ain't running.
I had security, the whole shit. So we in there
Did
and
the security have guns this time?
Yeah. So we in there and shit, and we see Mayo or whatever, and like I think previously to that, I was doing a show in Arizona, and like the same nigga that kind of like lined up the Detroit shit had like a little bad vibe with Mayo, because Mayo, like I was in Arizona doing a show headlining, he was like opening up for me at the time, and he was in our section. You know how like you pull up in a tour bus and like your people, the road manager and the hype man get off the bus and go make sure the fucking section is good and you can bring everybody good. So Mayo was in a section. They had an exchange of words or whatever. It wasn't the most pleasant experience in Arizona. So he come back like, man, fuck that nigga Mayo, this, that, and the third. Nigga want to be in our session, blah, blah, blah. I went there, ripped that shit in Arizona. So we in Atlanta now doing this other shit or whatever. And like, I guess I'm wilding out. And Mayo like, yo, bro, chill. Like
how are you wilding?
Like, I was just on demon time. I was like, nigga, you snapping. You know what I'm
saying?
You
talking crazy.
I'm talking wow.
Okay.
So
yeah, one of those.
Fucking, from
you was off Henny? Tell me.
No. At that time it was Patron. I was Patron.
Damn, the Patron getting you wild like that?
Patron and ecstasy. So fucking we wilding in the club or whatever. And then long story short, like I'm talking to Mayo. I'm like, yo, nigga, I ain't no bitch. Like, nigga got me fucked up. But he don't know what I'm talking about, because it's like, what's wrong with you?
Are you telling him you ain't no bitch? Like you mad at him, or you just talking about generally?
I'm sending anger and frustration his way when he ain't got nothing to do with none of that shit. So that happens. A scuffle breaks out or whatever, blah, blah, blah.
Who's Mayo with?
His people. So now my people's and Mayo people's, like, it's a scuffle. It happens in the club or whatever.
Well, you got 30 people. Ain't no way Mayo was rolling with 30 people.
Exactly. Well, we was in Atlanta. Remember this time when he signed a T.I. Maybe he was on Grand Hustle at the time or whatever. So we in Atlanta. I'm sure he was with a bunch of different people down there. So we had a little scuffle, whatever, like, blah, blah, blah. I talked to Mayo the next day, because he's a big brother. I called him in the morning like, look, bro, I'm going through a lot right now. I'm tripping. He like, bro, I got love for you. It's not you. It's the people that you surrounding yourself with. You need better people around you to make better decisions.
Wait, is this the incident that we're talking about? But what we heard about the incident was like he slapped you.
No, that's not the case. So this around the era when this shit happened. So I talked to him the next morning.
Okay.
And I'm like, yo, bro, like, I'm sorry, bro. Like, you know, I got this shit going on. You already know what's going on with me. And, you know, I ain't mean that. And, like, let's just leave it right here. Like, T.I. put us on the phone, all this other shit. As soon as I'm driving a Range Rover, as soon as I hang up the phone, that nigga like, bro, you good? We good, bro. As soon as I hang up the phone, they like, Hot 1079. It's like, heard around the country. Ain't nobody call in. I'm like, hey, yo, this nigga, I just hung up the phone with this nigga. Yo, unbelievable, bro.
I remember that shit was.
Unbelievable.
Niggas start saying Mayo had the hand of God.
So mind you, I'm like, bro, ain't no niggas like, nigga took it and used that shit as a press run.
And
ran crazy with the press.
Oh my God.
You got to think of it. He's a street guy. He's known for doing street shit. I'm the guy that just got robbed for the Transformer chain. The narrative made sense.
Did he at least punch you though?
No.
He slapped you?
No.
Elbowed you?
No.
Pinched you?
No.
Spit on you?
No, it was a scuffle.
Choked you out?
No, it was a scuffle between two teams. I wasn't even in front of him like that, for real.
Did you get beat up in that scuffle?
Absolutely not. So imagine not having
I'd run with that lie too.
No touches, no nothing. And you like, I just hung up the phone with him. I'm talking about literally like, I hang up the phone, I cut the radio back on, they like, Hot 1079, the slap heard around the country, that's about to call in.
Yo, when he told the story, I think he said he slapped you mid-sentence. I was just like, it was so vivid. I was like, God damn. No. I think everybody's scared of me though.
No, but that wasn't the case. And then, you know, at that point, I was just like, damn, like, that's when I really started learning the game. Like, yo, like, this shit is more like, you know what I'm saying? Like, niggas would take your misfortune and use it as something for them. And I mean, shit, I really didn't have no, like I felt a way about it because he used it as a PR run and whatever, but I seen Mayo recently. Like, it's no, like, we don't really got no friction and no static or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Did that turn into subsequent things where now people, because that's also what I realized.
It was over. At that point, right? It was over. It was over at that point.
What do you mean?
Shit, like the game just kind of like turned on me. The label side, I was just in a midst of, I was just in a bad bag at that point, and it just wasn't cool. And that's when it started. Like, yo, like.
Did you also feel like when you, because. Like and I hate to bring him up in this context. So there's a rapper from Jersey. His name is Skinny from the Nine.
Okay.
He went through a very unfortunate run where like people were running up on him, and once they see like 2 videos of like people either like beating him up or like pressing him, everybody who didn't have a name was just like,
"You fool."
Yo, I gotta see this nigga to go get mine off too.
See, but I never moved like that, and I was the sexy nigga. I was the nigga with all the chicks, so it wasn't like Skinny from the Nine was. Respect to him, and he's reached out to me before or whatever. I remember he was signing a hit code to LA. Reid, shout out to LA, and fucking he was portraying a different image.
Okay, yeah.
To me, it hurt me even more because it's like, I'm the nigga with the bitches.
Yeah,
I'm not on that type of time.
Well, as fans, we always thought that. Maybe like you never talk tough like on music, but maybe you was just that nigga who you're high off fame and money. Like, yo, man, all y'all niggas in here is bitches. I get all y'all killed, nigga. I got all the money in the world. You know how some niggas talk like that.
I promise you, I'm the same nigga that I am today. Super humble, super chill, laid back. But I do feel like when a fortunate situation happens, it does put a chip on your shoulder to where like you trying to overly prove, and you young, so like I was trying to prove at that point, like I ain't no bitch, like you know what I'm saying, and that's how them little dumb shit. Like if I didn't go through the situation in Detroit, and it wouldn't have nothing to do with me. So imagine taking a super L and it don't got nothing to do with you. It's like your man's did it.
Yeah.
Lil Booms, it had something to do with it or whatever. Yeah. Like it's like damn, like I was carrying the weight, and the man that had something to do with it was my brother. He lived in the house with me. You know what I'm saying? Like so, it was.
It like always happens like that. Like and in the end of no matter even if you're like I get the explanations, nobody's gonna realize hey probably the same guy who was kind of involved in the first situation. He has some bad blood, or maybe he communicated whatever type of way. But you're the name. Niggas is only gonna talk about you. It was
so bad that this nigga, the same nigga, went and did diss songs about me after all this shit went on.
For real?
Yeah, like because it wasn't cool to be around me like that.
God damn. But no other like incidents happened after that.
No, that was it. It wasn't none of that.
Okay, so everybody started switching up on you, and I'm wondering what your mindset is at that time. Are you saying, "Fuck, this shit is over, bro"?
It's like I'm in hip hop purgatory. Cause like fucking, I'm a wealthy guy. I'm a multi-millionaire, but nobody's fucking with me. I got these great records. I got millions, but it's just like a bad look to be around me. So I'm just like in a sunken place. Like I'm just in a weird spot. The label, unfortunately, Charlie Walk gets fired in the midst of all this. He ends up leaving Epic, the guy who signed me. While this shit is going on, and so it's a regime change.
And labels are like baseball, new coach, new players.
And I'm not in the right light, so fucking they came in and they was just like, yo, Charlie called me to the office and was like, yo, I know you went through all this shit. You're my guy. You still got all these #1 records. And he said some wild shit to me that at the time didn't make sense. He like, yo, I'm leaving the company. He didn't tell me he was getting fired. He like, I'm leaving, but I had all the artists that I care about come have personal meetings with me, you know what I'm saying, because I signed you. He like, but you're different. He like, I don't give a fuck. I'm not worried about anything that happened with you, all this bullshit that's on the internet. You're going to be great because you know melody. You know what a great melody is. And I'm sitting there like, nigga, you're basically telling me I'm dropped from the label.
Yeah.
But I know melody. Like, what the fuck is going on? And fucking, that was it. That was our last conversation. And then the new regime came in, and I ended up parting ways with Epic. And then shit, now I'm really in a sunken place, and that's how I went.
Okay, I remember seeing you. Well, I think I'm probably fucking up on timeline, but loving hip hop.
Okay, yeah, that's 2014. So in between so now I got all this money, but I'm living in a fucking house.
What year is this?
This is like 2010. You know what I'm saying? This is between 2010 and 2012. So these 2 years, like I'm living in this. I got crazy house, $35,000 a month type house.
Jesus Christ!
Everybody living with me.
What was you living at?
At that time, I was living in LA. I was living in fucking Woodland Hills, and then I was living in Tarzana. So fucking
And you're doing this knowing you dropped?
Yeah, but I have millions. You know what I'm saying? So I was still like cooking up, keeping up appearances. Like, you can't let the world know that you feeling it like that or whatever. And this guy named Brian McKinney, who played for the Minnesota Vikings at the time, was trying to like start his record company up, and he came through like an angel for me, because it was like I had all this shit going on. I spent, my overhead was down to $60,000 a month type shit before I even smoked a blunt or did anything, took a bitch out. So I'm like, damn, what's gonna happen? And Brian was like, yo, bro, I see what you're going through. I believe in you as a talent. You're a great talent. I'm starting my label. I want to move you to Miami. I'll pay for your whole crib for a year, and just come down here and work with my artists. And that's when I uprooted. I left all them niggas behind in LA. I moved to Miami, and he put me up.
Them niggas wasn't tight?
Yes and no. You know, it was about me at the time, nigga. Like, you gonna be tight. I'm gonna be tight at myself if I'm flat broke. So that came in as a good time for me, as a big relief, because he had a studio. He let me work out of studio. This around the time he was balling out of control. Like, nigga, remember when like Wayne was like, live on Sunday, kick it diamonds Monday. Like, this back when Miami was like that. Yeah. We were out every night, 20 bottles a night, and like
he was paying for it?
Yeah, he paid for it.
How rich was this nigga?
This nigga was probably getting like 30 million a year.
Oh, from
he like a blind side nigga. You know how the nigga that protect the quarterback?
Yeah.
Big nigga like that. You know they get paid the most money because they protecting the quarterback.
Yeah.
He was going crazy, balling. Let me use his studio, and that's how I came into the hitmaker situation or whatever. And that was between 2011 until 2013, and then 2013 is when we started taping Love and Hip Hop, and I moved back to LA.
Why'd you get on Love and Hip Hop?
Cause I was making all these records for these different people, and nobody knew it.
Yeah, you're right.
So it's like, yo, I'm gonna get on this platform and go ahead and shout out all the niggas that I'm working with and bring some validity. And I was like, yo, if I could make a record,
I thought you was lying on there. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, you named, so like you branded yourself as, well, you were accurate in hindsight, but at that time I'm like, the fuck is this nigga talking about? Like, he's not even talking about his records. He's talking about being the brains and the bronze behind a lot of other shit that's going on that's hitting currently. Yo, this nigga's just trying to, but you know how I love it, hip hop be like, yeah, sometimes I remember
so
first
bad though, cause it's capped though, cause you look at niggas on Love and Hip Hop as they washed.
Yeah.
Like, you go, this is where you go when your career is washed. I think there's probably K Michelle, Cardi B, Ray J, me,
Joe.
Oh, of course, Joe. But like, Joe didn't do music after that. You know what I'm saying? Like, Joe went into a different platform. But like, we're like the only really like real survivors that are relevant right now. Shout out to Safari and Scrappy and all my guys, or whatever, that's doing their thing. But like, that went on to do like A-list type shit.
Yeah, they're definitely relevant in the personality, reality show space, but they never really. I would love to see Scrappy get a comeback. Okay, cool. So you decide, you know what, this is a good way to kind of rebrand and also let people know I'm kind of that nigga still.
Yeah.
Right. You go in there, you like you're in a relationship.
No.
With, what? I thought you were.
No. So the shit is fake, right? So you know,
but you were in a relationship?
I don't really fuck with Mona and them like that. Like, it's past, and I don't have no bad blood, but like, this what really happened on Love and Hip Hop, right?
What?
So we do the show, and like, when they bring us all together, they had like a mixer meeting for all the cast members or whatever. So then you get to realize who was all on the cast, and they was like, who have you dealt with this here? And I probably had dealt with probably like 5 chicks on a TV show. Like, I slept with
true
like
whore,
5
man.
girls.
True whore. Salute,
So
bro.
fucking from there, my ex-girlfriend, who her name Joy or whatever, who's Bow baby mama, future baby mama or whatever, and whatever, she was on the show too.
Wait. I know what girl you're talking about.
She was on the show.
She was on it?
Listen, so she was on the show, and me and
That's
her,
the luckiest woman on earth.
me and her were an item on the TV show. We ended up rekindling as we haven't seen each other in a while, and we got on the show, and we ended up rekindling. She became my girlfriend on the show. But she filmed the show for probably like 3-4 months, and me and her had a falling out. She didn't like my relationship with other cast members that was on the show, and we just ended up falling out in some type of way, and they fired her off the show. So listen, this is literally what happened. I'm in Miami. I'm working with Puff. He's doing like the Money Making Mitch album or whatever when he did that shit, when he was on a different persona. And we're down there, we're working. I'm down there with him, Hit Boy, Rob Holiday, all my people that I collaborate with. Shout out to them. And fucking I come back. So I come back, we're filming the show, and they're like, look, check it out. picking you up, wear like some shorts and like a t-shirt, like some real chill attire. I'm thinking I'm going to play basketball with Soulja Boy and Omarion or some shit like that. Yeah. And they pulled me up to the other girl house and was like, yo, I knew Hazel. Like I knew who she was because she was my people's already. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I slept with her prior to that, but like we had a real cool friendship.
You put her on, okay.
Yeah, no, she was already on. She was a publicist. She was putting niggas on. She
no.
Like,
well, I never heard of her. Like, you know,
she was behind the scenes as a publicist. Okay. She kind of like put the whole cast together. She was the one who approached me like, "Yo, Ray J's doing it. You should do it. Blah blah blah. It'd be a good look." And then I called Ray, and Ray was like, "Yeah, this is serious. You should do it. This shit gonna go for 10 seasons, bro. You gonna make so much money." Blah blah blah. I'm like, "All right, bet I'm gonna do it." So while we're doing the show, they pull me up to Hazel House, and I'm like, "Yo, I'm not going in there. I'm not filming that shit. Like, I already know what y'all on. Y'all trying to make it look like I'm two-timing my actual girlfriend at the time with Hazel, and it's just my peoples." And fucking Mona appears out the sky like fucking Cruella DeVille, and like, "Berg, you're my Stevie J of Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. You need to go in there and just tell your truth. Hazel loves you. She's been saying things about you." So when you see me on the show, and I'm like, "You're not my girl. You're not my bitch." Like, I really wasn't lying. You know what I'm saying? Like, but they just threw me into the mix. And at that point, I was so committed. And Mona told me they fired Joy. Like, she's no longer on the show. Yeah. She's not. You don't have a love interest. You're not going to make it far in this show unless you have some girls that are going crazy over you. So here you go. So when you see me on the show being an asshole to the girl, it's because I was just in a relationship with a whole other girl. Now, mind you, I had dealt with Hazel before, and we had a real friendship and a real relationship. But like, this was fucked up about the show. You shoot the show, you go buy as much Zara as you can because we're all broke while we're doing this shit. You go shoot the show and fucking the only thing y'all all broke. Like y'all getting how much was y'all getting paid? I think I was getting like $3,500 an episode.
You're lying.
Listen, but you shoot the show for like 6 months, 8 months, and you don't get paid until the shows come out. So it's pretty much like if you're not in the episode, you could have shot for 8 months. If you're not in the episode that aired on TV, you don't get paid. So that's why girls and women attach themselves to crazy storylines because people want to get paid. If you're not in the episode, you could have shot a scene 12 times, 12 different outfits, you know what I'm saying? 12 different haircuts to look exactly how you looked in that scene.
No way was 3,500 an episode.
Not make the fucking TV, you don't get paid. And you don't get paid until the show comes out and it airs. You're not getting paid while you're filming at the same time.
For whatever reason, I be thinking y'all getting like 35,000.
Oh, like nigga, Ray J probably was getting 35,000 an episode because he was lit. He was already juiced up. Nigga, I'm just Young Berg and she's Hazel and these are all different people.
But now the reality show starts. You start fucking her again though. Come on now.
On the show?
I mean, like in real life, like be like, yo, they told my I was like, come on.
To be honest and respectfully to her, because like I feel like this shit been so long and I don't have no like I'm trying to be as most honest and transparent as possible. I really think that maybe we were sexually active with each other during that time, but when the cameras would cut off, I would be like, yo, like, why are you doing this? Like, we shouldn't be doing this, like, you know. But I think that the show does it to you. She was so far gone and so deep into the show and just all the things she was dealing with. So she's dealing with me. She's dealing with all these other cast members telling her that I'm not dealing with her and all this other dumb shit. I think she was just really like into the moment of what was happening.
Is she still doing that show?
I don't even watch that shit.
She gotta get on Zeus. That's the new shit. But they got to come with squabbles on there.
I'm gonna keep it a bean. When I got off that shit, I like flushed the toilet with everything that had to do with reality TV. I don't watch it.
So why you don't fuck with Mona? Like, I mean, I guess she probably setting up some stuff, but it's like, yo, she's like this, the associate producer or whatever. Like, that's her thing.
Because it's fake and it's flawed. You know what I'm saying? Like, all the shit that went on in there is just like, I just felt like she just threw me in a mix of a bunch of bullshit. Which she's doing like 4 TV shows, so she might not be in tune with everything that's going on. But she's definitely playing puppet master behind the scenes. It's all fake, bro.
Didn't you mess with a few other chicks on there, didn't you?
Yeah. I told you I had already dealt with like 4 or 5 girls.
What was the other girl? But she was an artist.
Masika? No, Tierra Marie.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. What happened to Tierra Marie? Yo, when I was a little kid, Tierra Marie was so fire. And of course, that show made me, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't care how much she got paid. It made me look at her different. I'm like, she's a sloppy drunk that fell off. Right. But I'm not trying to disrespect her if she hears this, but like, I used to have when she was on or like, you know, first came out in the music industry. I remember like there's like these calendars or whatever. Like it was like, damn, it's the baddest. I don't know if it was airbrushing or what. Like this is like the baddest bitch possible. Then I seen her on the show. I'm like, this is a thirsty, drunk, fell off chick.
See, we had a real weird, dynamic, and interesting relationship.
You smashed her? Ray J smashed her?
So listen, when fucking the shit, when we were doing Sexy Can I didn't know it was Tierra Marie. She had been off the map for so long. She was Ray J's girlfriend at the time. And
Really?
like, yeah, like she was playing the shit out of Ray J when we was doing the song or whatever. And like I went on the radio.
What you mean she was playing him?
Like making him seem like he was a clown, like, yo, that shit is trash, your runs are trash, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay, like typical girl hater shit.
Girl shit. But I didn't know it was Tierra Marie at the time. Like, I'm just thinking it's his girlfriend in the studio. It turned out to be her. I said that they were dating because the world didn't know they were dating. I said it on Hot 97 or some shit like that. She got mad at me, went viral. It's back in Media Takeout. She said some bogus shit about me. So we get on the show. And I ended up making a record for Tierra Marie that actually was really good, that did good for it. And that was my other reason for being on the show. I'm like, yo, if I get on the show and all these people do music, if I'm able to make something that's halfway decent, then it'll be a good look for me. And shit, we did that. And fucking me and Sierra just got really cool. I ain't gonna lie. Like, she was my drinking partner. We would vibe out, blah, blah, blah. And we ended up like, you know, for lack of better words, we had an intimate moment. I didn't have sex with her or whatever, but something happened, and then that just threw everything in the whirlwind too.
You fucked her?
No.
Oh, she gave you some head?
No comment.
It was weak.
No comment.
Jesus Christ. Now, if it threw it in the world, were you sprung or you were like, yo, I'm good? If a nigga gets some head and don't want to beat, that's a problem. Holy shit.
To be honest, I don't think that she was trying to really do anything with me. I think she was going through that shit with Ray J, and like I was just like,
oh, she was trying to revenge fuck you. Yeah, I hate when girls do that. Damn.
That was my dog though, and I still got a lot of love and respect for it still today.
Let me ask you this question, and I seen someone else ask. I think they asked Ray J this question. Shannon Sharp asked Ray J this question, and I was very happy that someone finally asked a question. So I'm gonna ask you the same question.
All right.
Why the hell do people who are on in the industry all have sex with the same group of girls? Because for me, if I know a girl that you've been intimate with or was your girl, she's not eligible for me. I don't want to be with her. Right. Like there's too many unknown, cute, pretty, attractive, fun girls for me to go link with, rather than say, damn, yo, Berg fucking this chick, yo. If she becomes single again, I want her next.
That's some new shit. Like, to me, I never really been like a star fucker or whatever. Like, I like the girls that's not celebrity girls. Like, I've had my share of celebrity women that I've dealt with, but at the same token, it was never.
Wait, what level are you at? Because there's levels to this shit. I'm always say I'm like in between NBA YoungBoy and Kodak. Like, NBA YoungBoy will find like a crackhead at the bus stop. Kodak will find like the ratchet bitch at the club, okay? I'm gonna find the regular half ratchet, half crackhead.
I'm just into pretty women. You know what I'm saying? It don't even like I'm not dealing with no crackhead, no situation like that.
Nah, YoungBoy got some pretty good girls too. I mean, I don't play my points, you know what I mean? But he find them at the bus stop, like real talk.
Yeah. See, I wasn't on that type of time, but at the same token,
if you got more than 10,000 pounds, like that's a problem. What the fuck is you doing?
Yeah, like I ain't. But this before Instagram and all that other shit, though, bro. Instagram wasn't even out or popping like that or whatever. Like it's early in the Instagram phase.
Would your wife like for example, and you know, I'm gonna be very careful here because I'm not trying to disrespect some of these people. But like say Bow Wow's baby mom, what's her name, Joy, and Future baby mom. I couldn't wife her. Like no disrespect, it's just like two of the rappers that I know that I gotta listen to her music all the time. I bring you to the club.
At that time, she had only dealt with Bow, but I dealt with her before she had a baby with Bow.
I can't watch like Mike after that. I can't do this.
Well, me and Bow had like a little weird relationship back then in that era or whatever.
Y'all was beefing?
Yeah, because we were like,
shit.
They were trying to compare us to be like the same nigga. Like we
both
Bow short,
been through it.
rapper, young.
You ever beef with Soulja?
Soulja? Not really. Like Soulja's just a troll. So whenever he gets a chance to troll, he trolls. Nobody really has real beef with Soulja. Like nobody in the game has beef with Soulja. He just getting his bag and he get to doing whatever he doing, and you got to deal with it. You got to just laugh with him.
Okay, so would you date someone that has just knowingly been with other guys, or like people associate them like, oh, that's so and so's girl or ex? She gotta have
a successful career or something that makes you overlook it. That's just like me saying, cause you, if Kim Kardashian was on your bumper right now,
Yeah,
decided to slide in your DM,
I
you
get
would
it.
entertain it.
Nah, I
She's
get
at
it.
a certain level. She got a certain finances. It's like, I think money and all that other shit kind of erase. Like, you like how Drea said, your
Yeah.
wholeness is deleted. Like, that's what money do.
What do you think about Drea? She dating like, yo, that's like a good finesse for her.
That's kind of, I mean,
You ever smash her?
no,
Really?
no.
Yo, she's one of the few people I've seen in person. That's the one time I went to like some real industry shit. Back when I was with John, they invited me to the BT Awards one time, and after that they said never again. And I seen her in person. She looked drop dead gorgeous,
She's
and I
beautiful.
said, I see why. I would understand. I'd probably be in some like fake relationship with her type
The
shit.
last time I seen Drea, what's so funny about this shit, damn, we going viral. I hate telling these stories, whatever. Fucking, I'm at Diddy crib or whatever, and like Travis Scott is there, Metro Boomin is there. This is like early in our careers
Drake,
or whatever.
you heard this?
So-
Metro, Diddy crib. That's all we gotta say. You know, Drake, watch what I'm saying. Drake, Metro, Diddy crib, just create the next rhyme. Go ahead.
So we were all there initially, and we were making records like in his studio at the house or whatever. And like fucking Cassie was there, Jay Electronica was
You never
there.
try to push her on Cassie? Cassie?
Cassie was like a sister to me. I did a bunch of records with her as well.
Oh, Puff put that fear of God in you.
Nah, not
That
really.
nigga probably looked at you
fuck
like-
with Puff like that.
That nigga probably looked at you like,
Puff
nigga,
didn't
I'm
fuck
worse
with
than Mayo and Trick, nigga.
He didn't fuck with me at all though. Like he really didn't fuck with me like that.
We gonna get to the Diddy shit, but
Yeah,
go
my
ahead.
producer, Rob Holiday, that was signed to me, that made all the beats with me, the business, sexy.
I like how
Lady,
you always
whatever.
give credit.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
he's the one. Diddy literally had me come to his studio, Daddy's house, pause, while I was at like on fire as an artist, and he like, damn, bro, like you killing it. Who making your beats? I'm like, shit, I'm doing it with my guy Rob. He actually at the hotel. He like, tell that nigga come up here. Came up there. He did his Diddy with him, private jet, blah, 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 blah. Now my producer is with Diddy or whatever, and like he's Diddy's producer now. He's actually the guy that cultivated all them songs, like Last Train to Paris, Love Come Down. Rob produced all them records. So Diddy kind of like stole my producer from me.
Stole
that was
your
my man.
Yo, I'll be tight as fuck if Diddy stole my producer for a fucking freak off. Like, god damn it.
Hey, yo.
Yo, we over here creating records. You got this nigga over here in a dark dungeon.
Right. So yeah, like last time I seen Drea, when we was talking about that shit, she was with Puff. And I
Fucked her?
I feel like she was giving the nigga the hand. This nigga Puff was trying to have a meeting with me or whatever, and like fucking we there, and like Cassie's in the house or whatever, and like Drea's there or whatever, and like Drea's sitting next to him.
Yeah, the threesome
and the
with
nigga's
him.
trying to have a meeting with me, and like I think that like Drea like giving him a hand job or something under the cut blanket
Word?
while we in there. I'm like, bro, I don't want to talk too much. I went back downstairs with Travis Scott.
Wait, Drea freaky like that?
I don't know.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. She did say some wild. She said my wholeness could be deleted. And honestly, if she wasn't that attractive, I would say no, he can't. But she's so bad, I'm like, yeah, he can. Yeah, he can. For her, it can.
She bad.
So she gave him a hand job. I thought Diddy like niggas though.
I don't know what did he do behind closed.
So wait, so you're
weirdest
sitting
thing
here-
Diddy ever did with me, it was like, yo, like, but it's like, yo, I met. So damn, I was at a crossroads in my career, and like I was about to leave Atlantic Records because I felt like Atlantic was playing with me a little bit. And fucking,
What year? We got to say what year because the feds is definitely watching this too.
2020.
Oh shit, you under the endoscope now, nigga.
Nah, I ain't on that. So fucking I was just like at that time like I'm going crazy, and we got a real relationship to where I got his number, I could FaceTime him. So I was in Mexico like recording a bunch of songs and shit, and I was just like, bro, I need to come holler at you. I feel like I'm at a turning point in my career, kind of like when you were at with Andre Harrell before you got with Clive Davis to go start Bad Boy. Like I'm at a turning point. I'm at a fork in the road. I need your advice. And fucking come to the house, drinking or whatever, and they like, he ready to see you, and like they brought me like to the fucking closet inside his master bedroom. I guess he do meetings in there or whatever. And I
No,
was
we
like,
don't.
this is weird.
No. That's
It's
a
a
different
big
thing.
closet.
Bruh.
Okay, that's what I was thinking too. So fucking
Hold on. When they say be like, yo, he do the meetings in his closet. This you were like, yo, nigga, you sure back here? Like, what the fuck?
I think it's regular because before this whole scandal broke out and I explained the situation because it was a little funny to me, and I explained it to other people that was around him. They're like, nah, this something. That's what he be on.
If he had a robe on, he was trying to fuck you.
I don't know, he ain't had no robe on. So fucking,
Was he dressed?
Yeah, he was dressed.
Fully clothed.
Yeah. So fucking we in there, and I'm like telling him my story, and I'm like giving him the vibes and shit, and he like, man, you know, niggas told me about you. You talk too much, man. I'm looking for guidance or whatever. He kind of like just shitted on me a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It was like, play me some records, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? I played him some records and he didn't give me the best advice. I thought he was going to give me a jewel or whatever. And then that was pretty much it.
God damn. Wait, back to the Dre shit. So when you watching her giving this nigga the hand job, like, is Diddy like having eye contact with you?
No, he ain't breaking character. Like, we having a full meeting.
So he's getting jacked off and he's still sitting there like, yo, Playboy, check this out. Right there,
I'm assuming what's happening. I can't confirm or deny what I was assuming.
No, Dre, old school free. I ain't gonna lie to you, yo, that basketball player she dating gonna start catching phase with all the niggas. You, Gilbert Arenas, because everybody, you heard their story. They said she was in the backseat giving neck. I ain't know she freaky. I like freaky chicks, but I don't want no freaky chicks that nobody can tell a freak story about. That's the crazy thing. Everybody like freaky girls, but nobody want a freaky girl that another nigga could be like, yo, bro, let me tell you what she did to me on the yacht. You be like, oh, hell no, I'm good.
That's just a man shit. That's a, you know, like we all want like a girl that could slut you out, but you don't want to be able to walk in a room with your peers and like 7 niggas then had your girl too. So it's kind of like you want like a seasoned vet without the bodies, but it's not realistic.
Yeah, nah, Dre is bad as fuck.
She's beautiful.
Who else you dated in the industry?
Oh,
you smash a lot of these hoes, man. I know. You know the thing. I remember, like, even, you know, we're not gonna get too deep in that. When I seen the Dream shit, I was just like, every songwriter, that's the play. I remember even Rico Love was working with somebody. I'm like, nigga, he's fucking. Like, she got no talent, nigga. Right. Like, he's just fucking. I forgot who it was. It was some like light skinned, really attractive girl though. And by the way, before, and I guess we could jump to this. Mm-hmm. Well, nobody thought that because everybody knew Tink was definitely talented. Mm-hmm. But we were wondering if you were being a sleazeball. It's like, nah, he probably ain't really believing in her. Right. He's just trying to fuck. Right. And you know how the industry is. You sell a woman a dream. Yo, you've seen who I work with. Yo, I could get you to hit. Yo, someone's going to be endearing to you and going to be like, all right, shit, if this person, they got my best interest at heart. Now I'm liking them. Now we fucking.
Nah, the Tink shit, which shout out to Tink, you know what I'm saying? When I departed Atlantic Records, because this was the whole play with Atlantic. I think I sold like 40 or 50 million records with Atlantic Records or whatever over for 4 years span, and fucking in that time.
Can I pocket watch you for a second? How does it, so you, because you know from the perspective that you come from, you're getting paid mostly obviously advances and shit like that, but I know you have a pub deal, but you're still getting publishing checks.
Like, I'm getting paid like 5 different ways, like I told you. So at that point, okay, so here's the evolution of me and my career with Atlantic. So boom, I'm having all this success. Shit is going crazy. L.A. Reid, I ended up meeting L.A. Reid in Atlanta. This when he had Hitco, and he was just like, I unloaded, played him a bunch of hits. He like, damn, you that nigga. I believe in you. I think you the next. You're about to go. You're on a run, but you're about to go on a crazy run. I want to be in business with you. So he offered me a label deal. And Atlantic never offered me a label deal. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm working with them. They never offered me a label deal. So I go to Craig and I'm like, yo, bro, L.A. Reid offered me this big bag. Like, yo, like, let me get my money. You know what I'm saying? Because this is like the second time this happened. First time it happened, Sony Orchard offered me an artist deal to do like a DJ Khaled, DJ Mustard type of album. And that's when I I brought it back to Atlantic. I'm like, yo, let me get that. They gave me a deal for that. And they were like, nah, your family, we'll give you the deal. So they signed me as an artist. That's when I do Thoughtbox with Dream Doll, Lotto, Chinese Kitty.
You started the female wave.
Yeah, like that's when we do that song. So fucking boom. They gave me a deal for that. Now, L.A. Reid offered me a new deal, and I come back to Craig, and I'm like, yo, bro, this millions now. That Sony Orchard shit, it was a couple $100,000. This millions. Let me get my money. He like, nah, can't do it. Fucking, we're going to give you a label deal. So they ended up giving me a label deal, but it was all reactionary. It wasn't because they were watching my performance and was just like, yo, you deserve this, or whatever. It was because other people were offering me shit. So from there, they gave me the deal. L.A. Reid is such a fucking gangster. He's just like the best nigga in the music business I ever met. The nigga L.A. Reid, he like, yo, bro, I'm going to give you this money. I don't got the money. It ain't my money. I'm in partners with the Fertitta brothers. I'm going to send you to Vegas. The Fertitta brothers was funding Hitco.
Really?
Yes. He like, I'm going to send you
I just learned about them because of Dana White and shit.
Exactly,
recently.
from UFC shit.
Yeah.
So he like, I'm going to send you to Vegas. sell yourself on the Fertitta Brothers the same way you sold me. So boom, he sent me to Vegas. I get lit. They send a fucking car service to come get me. I go to Fertitta Brothers' office. I'm lit. I'm in there
They're
on some
rich
like
as
Dame
fuck.
Dash shit. I'm in there like some Diddy, Dame Dash, like that era, like going crazy, playing records.
Bobby Shmurda
This
shit.
nigga, like, da da da. They loved me. They like giving them money. So I think it was like $2 million. So fucking boom, LA like, congratulations. The money's yours. The $2 million is yours. So Craig wouldn't let me take the label deal because I was an A&R at Atlantic at the same time. They end up giving me a label deal at Atlantic. But then LA Reid was so gangster. I'm like, bro, I can't do the deal with you. You know how much I love you. I want to do this around the time like when Ruby Rose had Big Mouth. Like when LA played me that record, I went and mixed and mastered that record or whatever. I'm like, she's out of here. Then I did like other records for them or whatever. He like, bro, so what you gonna do? They ain't gonna let you take the deal. What you gonna do with the money? I'm like, shit.
So they sent you the money without deal.
Nigga, he gave me a song deal for $1 million and was like, yo, it's your money. He didn't give me the 2. He gave me $1 million. I took my business partner at the time was off the radar at the time. I took $500,000. I gave my business partner $500,000. And then Atlantic, my business partner was in jail. So I gave my business partner $500,000. I took $500,000. And then shit, Atlantic ended up still giving me a label deal. So it all worked out.
Holy shit. Damn. So I didn't even know that Hitco was being financed by the Fertitta Brothers. I never knew they even fuck with hip hop like that.
I think they just fucked with LA Reid like that. Like who wouldn't like? I don't know if you've been around LA.
Well, you gotta remember, this is after like the industry was like, hey, this is the first wave of the Me Too shit. They're like, he's done.
This when he left.
He's done. Yeah. We're done with him. He's out of here, and he pops up back with that.
Once a star, always a star though. Star executive. We get to see that all the time. You think about a career is always like this or whatever. So it's gonna get quiet. It's gonna grace. Thankfully for me, I ain't had thank God that all my down moments was at Young Berg. A hitmaker for the last 8 years has not been a fucking day or a moment that my song don't play on the radio or something like that, and that's a blessing from God. Like right now, today I got 6 records on the radio going right now.
Well, you did probably the smartest thing that has the biggest shelf life, right? You changed around your brand where it's not necessarily about your appearance and you as the artist. It's about the music, right? Like Young Berg was like, hey, listen, well, we got to see you perform these things. It was very much you. Yeah. You're still, of course, involved, but now it's more of as long as you got the records.
Yeah, a rapper is not a sustainable career.
I agree.
For a long period of time. So I
always said that with media.
Yeah, I always look at myself like, yo, executive. I looked at myself as like the next LA Reid, like the Irv Gotti, Dame Dash, but niggas that actually make the records that go executive. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a long career. As long as you're able to find new artists and new talent, you never gonna like fall off. And like I envy certain producers, like not jealous, not maybe envy, not the word, but I think that everybody that's a popping producer, which I'm doing right now, which I have joint ventures everywhere, the goal is to break your own artist. Like I salute niggas like Mike Will for having a Ray Shrimmer, Dr. Dre for having Dr. Dre damn near ain't even produced for nobody that ain't his artist. Like to break an artist as a producer just gives you a like nigga Boy Wonder don't have to work with nobody until Drake say he ready to work. And he's gonna be the biggest nigga in the game. He's gonna have the biggest record. So when you actually involved with breaking an artist, that's what the beauty is, and that leads back to the Tink situation. So me leaving Atlantic, I went and Ghazi bought me out my contract with Atlantic. So the money that they gave me for the label deal, Ghazi gave them back and was like, yo, come over here. He had a similar story with Atlantic Records or whatever. Basically, like they kind of did him dirty in the midst of some shit too. Because you know, Ghazi did Broccoli for Drum. He did Cardi B's first records, a Bodak Yellow. He did all them shit, but he doesn't get the credit for it.
Really?
Yeah, he had a partnership with Atlantic. He worked all those records and broke those records, but Atlantic just take the credit for it, and Ghazi never really gets acknowledgement for that.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Ghazi has a really interesting relationship with Atlantic because apparently that's how even X got there because Orlando brought that and it was supposed to go to Atlantic, but then it goes to Empire, right?
Exactly. So we and him, we end up linking on some other shit, some random shit, and I told him my story like I'm telling mine, and he like, man, bro, like I believe in you, bro. What it's gonna take? And I was like, yo, like at that point I was so mad at Atlantic. I'm like, yo, take this money back. Fuck this money. I'm hot. I'll go get it. And then one of my mentors was like, nigga, it's the music business. You don't get nobody no motherfucking money back, nigga. Keep that money. And Ghazi bought me out the deal. And then that's how I transitioned to being at Empire Records. And Tink was still an artist on Empire Records to this day. She had her hits, cult classics for the females or whatever, but she never really like cut through. She wasn't doing interviews. She was very skeptical after dealing with Timberland and things that she had went through in her own journey and her own story. I was kind of like the bridge between all that, and then we started a fucking whirlwind of shit in 2020, and like right now we're putting out her fourth album that me and her have done together, which is like the biggest one now, and like we're not.
I told you I fell out.
We're still great. Like we still create music or whatever. Like personally, like we go through trials and tribulations like everybody else.
I like toxic shit. I seen that she was toxic, and I was like, perfect. As long as she put that in the music, like I think all these great, like especially female artists, they have toxic traits that the music will make sound amazing. Right. Because nobody want to hear about some boring shit.
Yeah, Tink is 28 and I'm 38. So it's like, yo, like we kind of like in two different worlds. Like she grew up in the toxic era or whatever, and I'm just an old nigga that's like trying.
Do you think that we're in the toxic era?
Man, bro, when you grow up and all you know is having a fucking phone in your hand with Twitter and Instagram, I know life before Twitter and Instagram. So she grew up in her whole life with Twitter and Instagram. So you're bombarded by all those different energies. It's hard not to be toxic when you just program with all the shit that you saying. So she does that. She does all the songs. And like I said, it's our fourth album together. And which is funny, like we're not as close as we used to be. Like we're close on a business level. We're not close on a personal level like that.
It appears that she recognizes your importance in the record creating process. So even if, maybe whatever personally between y'all didn't work, which by the way, that got to be an interesting thing. Like if you, let's say during the record creation process, you fall in love or you start dealing with someone, does that complicate things?
Yeah. And I think that's what happened with us. You know what I'm saying? Like, more so than anything for me, like, I definitely love her and I still love her to this day. But, when you're working with somebody in the studio and you making all these songs and it's night after night and you're locked in like
you was cheating, wasn't you?
Huh?
You was cheating.
No, I'm gonna be honest. I'll tell any woman that ever meets me, I don't believe that successful men should only deal with one woman anyway.
Oh, you're on that Nick Cannon shit, my nigga, man. My nigga.
I mean, I didn't work this hard to only have sex with one girl.
Yeah, well, you can tell that to like a broke chick. You tell that to like a rich chick. They be acting like they never heard it before.
Bro, I'm a Virgo. I'm like the most honest person anyway. Like we've been sitting here we've been sitting here chopping it up, bro. I don't lie about shit. You know
but it's easy to tell the truth to niggas. Like when it's now a girl where you're like, I like you enough, I don't want to lose you, but if I tell you the truth, you're probably going to get upset.
No, we started off as friends before we got into a relationship, you know what
I'm saying? So she's seen
I'm
you
the big homie, like, mentor at first and the producer she working with, so we're friends, and I'm telling you, like, I don't believe that successful men, I don't think one successful man is only having sex with one woman.
Okay, but, and it's just my experience. I tried honesty with the girl. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to tell you the truth. Told her the motherfucking truth. She's like, nah, I respect it. You know what I mean? Everything I fucking told her is the truth. Came back, she used later, she really didn't accept the truth. Like they'd be like, no, if you tell me the truth, I'm gonna respect you. Like I won't look at you as no bitch. You know what I mean? Like you standing on it.
Yeah, like respectfully to all women in this scenario, because I know how they might chop this shit up and make it seem or whatever on the internet. But I think that women are so ambitious and they believe so much in themselves that even if you tell them that, they think that when he gets with me, he'll see the qualities in me, which I can possibly change him and slow him down and alter and how he maneuvers through life. But for me, I'm never changing. I'm team me. But I got to be 100% into me before I can be into you. So I'm going to take care of what I want to do and then deal with that accordingly.
I always say men and women usually have two different approaches. A man usually gets with a woman and be like, I'm hoping you don't change. So like the same fun shit and the same, it wants you to be loyal, but I hope you don't change from that person. True. And when a woman gets with a guy, all she sees is change. She's like, yeah, he got a bunch of flaws, but he's gonna change to be the guy that I want.
Never.
So women get with a guy to change him. A guy gets with a woman hoping she gonna stay the same as the person he met.
And I think that that's the issue with a lot of shit, like, because once it goes to once feelings get involved and you leave the situation. Remember when it starts, you're a friend, you're a twin, you're this, that, and third, or whatever. But once the female feelings go over the top, then it's just haywire from there. Everything you spoke about prior to that, once feelings are involved, all bets are off.
I learned a very important lesson, really through some life experiences. But I mean, I guess I should have probably knew this before. But I think randomly, I think Charleston White crystallized in the best way, which I'm like, no, it's true. He said women are only loyal to their own emotions. Mm-hmm. They ain't loyal to you. They ain't loyal to nobody. They're only loyal to about how they feel about any situation at that moment.
Oh, no,
a woman will burn the house down and snap back to their senses and be like, oh shit, yeah, I shouldn't have done that, but I felt hurt.
That's why I can't fuck with it, because it lacks zero accountability. And if we do the same thing, our career is over.
Oh, 100%.
So you could do, like, a woman could come literally put hands on you, do all this other stuff, and then be like, yo, I'm sorry. And I'm just a girl. This is what happens. I'm in my feelings.
He lied to me.
Yeah, please accept me back. You reverse that role. Game over.
Hey, there's a time you had put up online like something about it was like either like some girl was trying to like do some weird stuff.
Oh, that was the shit. The girl that like the home invasion shit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hey, that. I had a similar situation.
Mine was a movie.
Yeah,
yours was a movie.
Yeah, but no. It was a movie that gladfully ended before anything, but I still kind of go back to it. I'm like, yo, am I too trusting? And then I've always heard like, yeah, bro, it's always gonna be a girl, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Like us men, we're so guarded with other dudes. That is always a girl, bro.
I can't make this shit up. My life is literally a movie. So fucking March of 2020, I'm fucking in my crib. This is when COVID first hit. It's COVID time. I'm living in LA. I'm living in Woodland Hills at the time, next door to Nick Cannon or whatever. Shout out to Chuck and Nick. And fucking they like, look, no, can't go outside, can't do this shit or whatever. So that day, it just shut down that day, and I'm in the house, like I'm doing ideas with my co-producers. I'm sending niggas shit or whatever. I'm drinking, day drinking, getting a vibe, eat. I pass out, go to sleep in the like early evening. I wake up, it's like 11 p.m., something like that. I'm on Instagram. A girl that I had previous sexual relationships with was on live, and I seen her like inside a house party or some shit like that or whatever, and I just sent the emoji, and then she sent me a text like, yo, send me an Uber. I'm trying to come get to the bottom of that. So I'm like, all right, bet. Sent her an Uber. While she's on the way to my house, she's like, babe, heat up the jacuzzi, this, that, and the third. You know LA get cold at night. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, lady, I'm not getting in no fucking jacuzzi. Yeah. It's only dick and drinks on the menu tonight. You know
right
what I'm
now,
saying?
It's, bitch, you gonna get a honey pack.
Yes, exactly.
That's it.
So boom, she gets in my crib. I send her the Uber, but she on the way, she sending me like weird texts like that. Like, yo, heat up the jacuzzi. I'm not even paying no attention to that shit. She get to the crib. Now it's not legal to carry guns in LA, but in your house, in your home, you can bear arms with other stipulations. So I had my gun on me. I open the door. She come in, boop, 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 throw the fucking alarm on, the stay in the house alarm, to where if any door opens, this shit is, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, you actually did that.
So I'm in the crib, we vibing, we drinking. I think we playing Uno or some dumb shit. You know what you do just to like catch a little vibe with a chick or whatever. She ended up giving me some top in the middle of this shit or whatever. And then like now we're like playing Uno again, like, and fucking like I'm in there and like I'm looking by my pool, and like my house was set up weird at that time. Like first floor was like studio, office, laundry room. Second floor was master bedroom, guest bedroom, guest bedroom. Third floor was kitchen, living room, dining room. Pool is on the third floor. You know what I'm saying? It's a weird house setup. And I just bought that house. Like I was like super proud of my accomplishments. I'm like, damn, I just bought my first house. I'm a homeowner.
So this is like a permanent spot you're kind of staying at.
Yeah, I bought my house.
Okay.
No rent.
Let me ask you this question, because even when I tell my story, people be like, well, why do you bring a weird bitch to your house? Why you bring a strange? Why would you bring a girl, even if you fucked her
been
before?
in my house 10 times.
Oh, she been there before.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
cool.
already put smash down on her. So fucking from there, like I'm looking towards my pool. I'm looking like this or whatever, and I look.
Why are you doing that?
I was just in the house, you just looking, checking your surroundings, whatever. My gun is on the table. I look at the pool.
Does she see your gun?
No, the gun is on the table while we're
But
playing
she
Uno.
sees. Oh, okay.
She know I got a gun.
All right.
It's like I turn, look, turn back, turn, look. Bow! She slapped the shit out of me. Oh shit, my bad.
Nah, don't worry. No, it's all good. It's all good. Nah, keep it going. I like that. Keep that in. Keep that in.
She slapped
wait. She slaps you.
She slaps the shit out of me. So I'm like, what the fuck? So like this back when I ain't really have like early in my career, niggas just getting jewelry. So like I had like a little Cartier watch to bust down Cartier.
Wait, did you say something to her or just
no, nothing? She just slaps the shit out of me out of nowhere. So I fucking get up, restrain her. My watch pops
Is she
off
drunk?
and all that shit. Yeah,
like,
we
what the
all
fuck is
drinking.
wrong with
like,
you?
What are you doing? Like, what's up?
Are
with
you alone with her or there's other people?
Alone. It's just me and her.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
So I pull out my phone because I'm working for Atlantic Records at the time while this happens or whatever. So I pull out my phone, I start filming her.
Got her
like,
record.
yo, she came to my house. This girl's trying to slap me. Why you gotta come in my house? Girl gets up, like adjusts herself, goes by my pool. You know, like glass doors by the pool. It's like a mirror reflection. She can look and see, and she gets herself together. And then shit, she sits back down. And I'm just like, yo, what's wrong with you? Why would you do that? Like I was really thrown off by it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. My fucking alarm starts going off in my crib. So now I'm like, what the fuck going on?
Wait, hold on, huh?
Yes.
Let's slow down. Because I remember reading that post. Okay. We'll get to that. Okay. So she slaps you. You kind of be like, yo, chill out. You pull your phone out, which is so sad. Us guys, that's the only
First thing
defense
we
you
do.
have. You know what I mean? Okay. She goes over by like the glass.
Uh-huh.
In hindsight, you think she's looking out?
Yeah. Because remember, I'm looking at the pool.
Yeah.
Remember, she told me to heat the jacuzzi up. So
Oh,
she
now it's
knows
making
my
sense.
house. She knows that you can go up the side of the house, up the stairs, and get to the 3rd floor where we're at. She's been in my house before. She cased this shit out in her head. She already told the niggas what was going on. So now the alarm's going off. Grab the gun. I'm like pointing it by the shit or whatever. Look, I see niggas in blue hoodies like running through my motherfucking backyard by the pool. I'm pointing the gun. I'm about to squeeze off. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ow, the bitch hit me in my shit. So now I'm like, what
You're
the
lying.
fuck? Yes, bro. So
Wait,
now
no. Hold on. Yo, by the way, this is like almost like PTSD. Like, yo, I reacted to the Bun B shit the other day. Yo, when somebody tries to come in your crib, man, or trying to like where you lay your head at, man, I really think them people the only punishment should be death. Okay, so she goes over there. All of a sudden, alarm goes off.
Yep. She slaps me first, then the alarm goes off.
Are you panicking? Or did you kind of
I
realize?
hold the gun and I'm looking. I see people running by my pool.
How does she behave? Is she on some shit like?
Nigga, she punched me in my face as I'm holding the gun about to shoot outside. So she punches me. So now I'm in a mid like fucking tussle with the girl inside the house. Like, no, like, yo, what's wrong with you? Like, chill out.
You're still not realizing that she's the one who told them niggas to pull
Oh,
up.
I'm thinking that the bitches should be calling 911, hiding somewhere. Like any normal bitch, when there's a home invasion happening, she should be calling 911 or doing something or whatever. So, boom, now I'm tussling with the girl. She's trying to take the gun away from me. At that point, I'm screaming at her. I'm like, yo, stop, please. What's wrong with you? Boom, boom, boom. She don't stop. Of course, bop, I hit her with the gun once. She's leaking. Bop, I hit her with the gun again. She's really leaking. Bop, I hit it with the gun. Pow! The gun go off when I hit her the third time. So now I'm assuming that they're kicking at my front door, they're kicking by my pool or whatever, and fucking they couldn't get in. Now, but the alarm's going off, so the police is on the way too or whatever. So at that point, like I locked the girl in the bathroom, but you can't lock her in the bathroom because I'm on the other side of the door and she's inside the bathroom where it locks. So she's trying to come out and this, that, and the third.
It's just a small detail.
Mm-hmm.
I know how alarm works in my house, but you can tell me how it works yours. Why does the alarm go off if they're not already in? Because usually when you put the stay alarm, it's like if there's a window or something that opens.
Motherfucker tried to open my door.
Okay.
At my pool, this was so crazy. My dad saved my life. So my pool door was kind of broke. But like I'm living in LA, I wasn't really thinking about that. My dad was like, yo, bro, That's not sweet. Go get a lock and chain bolt and put that shit on that door, that chore. And then you can go out there when you want to, but put the lock and chain bolt. So I put the lock bolt and the chain on the shit. So when they opened the shit, she knew it was open and it didn't, because she had been in my house before. We had been in the pool before. She knew that was an entry. That was a weird entry, flimsy or whatever.
That
so
saved your fucking life.
Saved my life.
Because by the time you hear that, you're already confused because she just slapped you. She's over there. Now you hear the, probably 5-10 seconds, they're already subduing you.
House, yep.
But they couldn't get in, so now they're looking for, oh, shit.
Exactly. So we in there, I'm fighting a girl and this, that. Not really
gun
fighting.
goes off.
Yes. So the gun goes off, and I think that the robbers are making a decision like, okay, did he just kill his bitch? The police on the way. It's just a lot of shit going on. So they left. Like after like 2 more minutes, a minute and a half, 2 more minutes. So now we in there. Now I'm calling my security, who's a police officer.
Why you didn't call the cops first?
The cops on the way. The alarm going off.
I'm still calling the cops. I got to call the cops twice.
Yeah. So they on the way. No, but like my alarm, the way it is, like it's screaming it like police are on the way. Da 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 da. They're saying that's what I got. The house.
Yo, my shit says burglary, burglary. There's a robbery going on. What the fuck? Yo, nigga, I got speakers on my house. Like, nigga, this shit it talks to you. Like, it's a human voice.
So police is on the way. So fucking my security, who lived probably 10 minutes away, is on the way too. He gets to the house. Girl is in there. She's not opening her phone up. She's not being active. The police are there. She's not doing anything.
They don't arrest her?
Listen, my security is police too. So when he gets there, he kind of diffuses the situation for the Woodland Hills cops. Like, nah, it's good. I'm here. Blah, blah. You guys can leave. False alarm. Blah, 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 blah.
What?
Yes.
Nigga, I would have been on my Bun B shit, nigga. Nigga, I'm waiting to snitch on some niggas now.
But look, he shows up like a fucking Navy SEAL with his team, AK-47s, all type of crazy shit or whatever. So boom, we in there and like he's trying to get the girl to open her phone and say like, yo, like whatever. So she's not opening up the phone. He did her dirty, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I feel bad. Like, he really, like, put hands on her. Like, you know what I'm saying? To get her to open up the phone. She opens the phone. The location is dropped. She's sharing her location. She had text CB, Trey Songz. Me, I'm just a dumb nigga that, you know what I'm saying? Was
she was trying to get any nigga. Yeah. You're the person who bid.
Yep. And fucking, come to think about it now, when it's explained, when it's all hitting me, it's like, oh, shit. She really wanted me in the jacuzzi, lacking, damn near trying to get active and fuck and do whatever, so they could come. I wouldn't have my gun on me. They can just come do how they way with me right then and there. And I'm a flashy nigga, you know what I'm saying? So they know what's going on. She seen me in sets of jewelry and shit like that or whatever.
Yeah, they was gonna have you at gunpoint and try to rob you.
It's the same people that set up Pop Smoke. It's the same girl that set up Pop Smoke.
Okay, now that's interesting. Wait. You had said. Another connected story. That same girl, because I remember you pointed her out. I remember she had messaged me, like this is like not too long ago. Messaged me and I was just like, how is this bitch even still free? But it was kind of like, and then one of those where like you're like, this seems familiar. Google, not on some she trying to link up, but it was talking about like other celebrities. You know, I wrote a blog page, and I Googled her. I'm like, yeah, I don't want nothing to do with this chick because this woman is somebody who.
I didn't know. So, boom, this shit happens.
You didn't put her in jail?
Listen, so boom, this shit happens. I leave my house that night. I go to like a fucking Hyatt by fucking, my security puts me in a hotel. I go to sleep. I wake up the next morning. Now my dad, who helped me set up the house, sends me all the Ring camera footage and all this other shit. It was like 5 niggas passing guns through my fucking shit. You know what I'm saying? By my pool. So I wake up to the footage like, oh shit. I also wake up to the girl trying to extort me like, yo, look at my face. Look what you did with me with the gun. You got to pay me $250,000. Now, by the time I woke up, my security already told me, do not speak to that girl ever again. Hire an attorney. You work a corporate job. Hire an attorney. Don't speak to her. Even if she's trying to shake you down for money, don't speak to her because it's going to look funny. Like if you're communicating with this and a third. Hire the attorney. Shout out to my dog Shep. I gave him everything because I was trying to protect my job at Atlantic too because she popped out with the pictures. Like she was my girlfriend and I just beat her up for no reason.
Yeah.
So then I had to release the footage of
I
the
remember.
fucking shit or whatever. And that's how I was able to keep my job or whatever. And I didn't know that this was, so once the girl came out public and showed her pictures, salute to the girl, Yummy Yellow, who was dating Pop Smoke at the time, who dances at Starlets or whatever. She's a bartender there. She just fell in my DM. Like, that's the same bitch that set up my man. And we start sharing information. We start finding the other people that was involved with it and whatever. I never told the police none of that shit because I was trying to put it behind me. I was devastated and fucking, it just went from there. From there, I leave. I flee
man,
LA.
you should have hollered at me. I would have tell you how to get her in jail for life.
You stupid.
Yo, the niggas got 40 years for Bun B shit.
Yo,
and
bro.
Bun B popped him.
Bro, so I leave LA, leave my house. Next thing I know, my neighbor, Nick Cannon and all them, they calling me like, nigga, it's choppers and this, that, and the third or whatever. LAPD come in my crib, tear my house up like Diddy shit or whatever, I guess looking for the gun or whatever and stuff and fucking.
Wait, they're looking for your gun?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I was already going, like, not the gun was legal or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But I was already,
But they're pretty much investigating shit.
yeah, it was COVID, so I went to Atlanta and shit. I was just in Airbnbs in Atlanta trying to be low key. And that shit happened, and then the police did their due diligence. They got in contact with my lawyer, and the shit just went away.
Nigga, fuck that shit and go away. She still setting niggas up.
I don't think she living no more.
She dead?
I don't know.
I mean, she's either living or dead.
I haven't seen her.
Okay, then I'm gonna do some research on that. I know she had, I remember I Googled a girl that messaged me, but she had said some stuff, and I was like, ain't this the girl from, but or maybe it was when I posted, she was like, nah, it ain't true. Or maybe it was back then.
That, yeah,
it was like, nah, it ain't true. That nigga lying. And I was like,
because she went and did a bunch of different little interviews and shit like that or whatever, trying to say like, you know, this what it is. But like, she painted herself as my girlfriend, but like, she was really just a jump off. Just something I was fucking
yeah. Jesus Christ.
And that was crazy. So like, think about
You sure
that.
she dead?
Can't call it.
Nigga, I ain't gonna lie. I got PTSD. Yo, the niggas who try to go in my career, I check every 3 days. I never miss a third day.
She did to me.
I check every 3 days to make sure them niggas is still incarcerated. Nigga, I've been waiting for them to get extradited over here.
Yeah.
I done called the prosecutor 8 times. I told him I got a tale to tell. They said, we don't need you. You gave us all the security for this. I said, no. I got to give you the eyewitness details.
That shit was unbelievable. Like, imagine you being in your house, like, because your situation was a crazy situation too, because I watch what you do. But at the same token, imagine a girl fighting you.
No.
This is going on. Like, that's unbelievable.
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
I'm
surprised you didn't kill her. But obviously so confused. Oh my God.
In the moment, you don't know what to do.
Yo, do you trust women now? Or and let's not make it a woman thing. Like, what that incident did to me is increase paranoia. First of all, I sleep in my bed every night, unless there's people, because I don't trust, even if there's a girl sleeping, I don't trust it, so I'll lock my shit up, or I just make sure it's only I could access it. But if I'm sleeping in my bed alone, I definitely got guns in my bed. Like, it sounds wild, but it's like I got 4 dogs because of it. I got 2 security. Like, I've just done so much stuff that it's like, it fucks you up mentally, because when someone either breaks into where you feel the safest, mentally,
oh no, it fucked me up.
It fucks you up.
Probably like for like 48, like 12, 24, like probably like 2 years, 2.5 years. Like, I was just super like paranoid of everything and everybody. But at that time, like, of course, being the type of nigga I am, I had a few girls that I had a real rapport with, relationships with. So like, while I'm on the road, like I'm in Atlanta when I left LA, and then I went to Miami after that because it was still open in Atlanta and Miami. I had girls that held me down and stayed with me, you know what I'm saying, that was just ride or die for me or whatever. But at that point, it probably took like 2 years to really be comfortable around a woman again, you know.
In LA, that's kind of like almost normal. Did you ever care to find out who the guys were, or you didn't take it that personal? Because, like, for example, the guys in my situation, I'm pretty sure, like, first, they're in another state on 3 other shootings. Like, these niggas are just career. I don't think they're like, we hate Ak or whatever, right? I just happened to be that person that was gonna be like, all right, we're gonna go rob this nigga. Did you ever care about them getting caught, or at least be like, yo, man, I got to get some street niggas go?
Nah, because like I was so past that and removed, and you got to think I still work a corporate job. I'm still vice president of A&R at Atlantic Records, so I was more concerned about my career, you know what I'm saying, more than anything than some get back or whatever. And then that prompted me. I sold my house and I moved downtown to the Ritz-Carlton in LA, and like I lived there.
You lived at the Ritz-Carlton?
Yeah.
That's gotta be fucking expensive.
I bought a penthouse, still own a penthouse. I just lease it out to somebody now.
Oh shit.
And fucking from there, I fucking came down to Miami, and I saw this community, and I was just like, yo, Miami feels good for me. You can carry guns here. It's a different type of vibe. It's no really like, it's not a bad vibe. It's not as ghetto as LA is, like, personally to me. And fucking I built my house there. I built like a $5 million house in Miami, and that was it.
Damn.
I moved to Miami.
Any more like situations? Obviously, that's like just traumatic. I remember reading it. I was just like, I know rappers cap a little bit. I see the surveillance footage, but this guy, like, when you see stuff like Pop Smoke, do you ever be like, if you change 3 to 4 variables that night, I don't know what happens.
I don't, because look, think about it, bro. I didn't have a safe. I didn't have nothing. Like, I'm really was moving like a nigga at that time. Like, one chain inside this jacket, this fucking Kith jacket inside this closet, one watch inside this. Like, I was really hiding this shit from myself. Like, I didn't even know where it was at. So it wasn't like, if a motherfucker was able to get into that house that night, they would have thought I was bullshitting them. Like, no, go look in the closet inside the red jacket.
Yeah, they're gonna shoot you.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna shoot you. Jesus.
They thought I was bullshitting. But that was traumatic. That was crazy. And that's how I ended up in Miami, which it all worked out as a blessing.
I mean, you've definitely lived the industry celebrity life. Have you thought about settling down?
Yeah. Right now, I would like to be honest.
You got kids?
No.
Really?
Yeah, like,
but y'all don't got no kids neither.
Think about it, from young Berg to hitmaker, I had to work all that time or whatever. So now this is what the issue is, and the problem is in my own personal career, and I'm sure you can relate. We put so much time and so much energy into the work that we've leveled up so much that it's hard to trust a bitch that's meeting you as a multimillionaire already. Of
course.
Like, do you like me, or you like the thought of being with me?
Of course.
I got the Reid. I got Cullinan, McLaren, Ferrari, Bentley, big house, lit. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you really like me for Christian, or are you really into what comes along with it? And then going through the traumatic experiences that we went through, now we're just overly like,
yeah, it's like you're almost fucked. I look at now though, what's going on in music. This is an era where I believe. So we have the Me Too era, but I think this is the stop fucking era. Okay, right now the only people safe are niggas who cut their dicks off and like gay people. Okay,
it's like the settle down era. I mean,
yeah, because
you gotta find a bitch right now.
If you've been slanging that dick, there's gonna be one girl you fucked who thought that, I thought he liked me, but he ain't hit me back after he fucked. Now I'm remembering that night a little bit different. Yeah, that night all he told me was like, yo, let's do shots. Matter of fact, I never got drunk that quick before. You know what I mean? Like, now it's lawsuits, this and third. I think we're in an interesting time where like we're seeing even, like, first I was even reading that Kanye West thing, and I was just like, this feels like an OnlyFans chick that clearly Kanye West was trying to fuck with. Of course, he was probably trying to cap and brag like everybody do. Yo, shit, you know what I mean? You come fuck with me, maybe you get a little bit more, this and third. Now she's like, yo, yeah, he manipulated me, he fired me, he was supposed to give me $4 million. It's a very interesting time, and really Diddy kicked it off.
It's a dog pile situation. So when the floodgates kicked open for Diddy, I just think that everybody else who could have a recollection of anything with high power men is gonna go, it's a money grab.
Yeah.
But to me, it's more so like, damn, like the position I'm in, I think that Diddy overstayed his welcome. Like how we were talking about Drake and shit like that.
Bingo. I agree.
Yo, listen, Drake is bugged out. He's bugging. When that shit happened, Drake is a billionaire. I'd have told the whole music industry to suck my dick from the back and through deuces and been somewhere with everybody, with 20 bitches in Turks or whatever.
What happened? What happened with the
Kendrick shit?
Okay.
He shouldn't care. People are caught up, nigga. When you win in a game of life,
I think Drake is
over.
addicted to being the man.
I don't give a fuck about that shit.
But I think Diddy's also addicted to being the man.
You gotta know when you, like right now, like how I just explained to you, I'm on an 8-year run act of motherfucking hits every year, multiple millions, flashy shit for 8 years. People hate seeing that, and I'm a light skinned nigga. I'm fucking bitches. I'm unapologetically me. So it's like, bro, people don't like that shit. So that's why I'm working with all my artists from Cash Capri to Ronnie to fucking Toyin to everything that I'm building, because I'm trying to get the fuck out the way. Shout out to Ivory Scott, Neek Bucks, all the people that are my artists. I'm trying to put them in position. Bro, I have no problem with being like in fucking Greece and not in front of a camera, bro. Like, I've been doing this shit forever.
I think that's what everyone has to get to, because the longer you stay in the position of where Drake's been, or you're like a Diddy where, yeah, you could be the mogul and kind of be like Jay-Z where he's almost not really seen. I think that's why his situation, not saying Diddy or Jay-Z is like Diddy in maybe actions or alleged actions, but he's
you
like,
see what type of nigga Jay-Z is when in that elevator. That shows you who he was right then and there.
Yeah. Nah, Diddy would have gave Solange the beat of her life.
Hey, yo, I'm crying.
She would have. Yo, she probably couldn't use her hand for the next 3 years. But I think the more I've heard about Diddy, it seems like a nigga who just hasn't wanted to say, you know what? All of this shit where the lifestyle, like, yo, we're doing all these wild parties, the orgies, you know what I mean? Like, yo, young, like, it's like, I don't want to call it young nation, but it's just like fun shit that every man got to get through. Like, especially it comes with success. You almost got to put it to the side, right? You got to put it to the side to be like, yo, I'm 50 now. Like, I used to tell my homies this one thing. Back in college, we used to, you know, niggas is thirsty. Niggas are trying to get bitches. So we had every party this and third. And I always realized that we were trying to holler at every bitch, get every number. Like, we would just try to get them to go in the car afterwards. Like, we're always the last niggas at the party. Right. The more we start leveling up in life and have shit to lose, we realize being the last at the party
it's the worst thing
worst thing you could do. That's when niggas is doubling back, because they fall with a nigga who the bouncer kicked them out, and now they be like, yo, when I see them niggas after the club, I'm blasted. They're gonna try to rob the DJ leaving with money. There's nothing good with people who stay too long. And I think that's where Diddy's been. Right. Like, he's just been staying there, and he's been telling people, I got no intention of leaving.
Look, this one I knew Diddy was different. Not on the way that we talking about with this shit. Like, condolences to Cassie, her family, and everything. Look, I was working with Christian, right? A couple times. I'm working with Christian.
King Combs.
Yeah, King Combs. I do a record called Naughty for Little Boosie. Me and Jeremiah do a record at his house. Crazy record. It's called Naughty. Little Boosie comes to Jeremiah's house randomly in Woodland Hills in LA. Boosie does the song inside the fucking studio with me, and Boosie is on Atlantic. So I deliver the song to Craig and them. I'm like, yo, this shit is a smash. Like, this shit is good for Boosie. It was a girl record for Boosie. Like, he was going crazy on it too. And fucking Boosie was excited. Everybody was excited. King Combs came to Jeremiah's crib, and he got the record from Jeremiah, because Jeremiah probably wasn't thinking that I turned it into Boosie like that or whatever. And then shit, as we trying to roll out this Boosie record, now Diddy got the record. Diddy called me and like, yo, my son need this record. It's a smash. I'm trying to put my son on. I'm like, no, I gave it to Boosie. Yeah. Like, nigga, like, I think it's a better record on Boosie than on Christian, on King Combs. He like, whatever, nigga. Hung up the phone with me. I'm in my house around the same time. Craig Kalman called me like, Berg, what's going on? Why is Sean Combs calling me so frustrated? This, that, and third. I'm like, I don't know. Diddy called Craig Kalman, and guess he put that pressure on him like, nah, this my son record. So Christian ended up having a record. They said, fuck Boosie, and Boosie didn't get the record.
Wow.
Fast forward from there, which it would have been a platinum hit on Boosie. It didn't react the same way from King Combs. This is early in his career. Fast forward from that, I'm working with King Combs in Atlanta at Mean Street Studio with DJ Drama Studio in Atlanta. That's why I'm still A&R at Atlantic. So I'm over there working. Diddy and them in town. King Combs come to the studio. We cooking up some shit. He's like, yo, my pops want to holler at you. I'm like, what up? talking to his pops. We on FaceTime. He like, nigga, I'm at the Ritz. Nigga, be all in here. T.I., blah, blah, blah. Mary, we going out tonight. Could nigga come here, man. Fuck the studio. Come over here. Let's chop it up. Get to the nigga hotel room. The nigga, I walk in, greet him. What's up, my nigga? Like, yo, I appreciate you having me or whatever. I'm like, man, I just did some crazy shit on your son. He like, fuck that nigga records. Nigga, what the fuck my records? I'm like, yo, this nigga's different. No. That nigga record, where my record? I'm like, yo, this nigga's competitive.
Yo,
what's going on?
Yo, damn. I think niggas been waiting for Diddy to kind of like gracefully. There's a few artists I think they realize like, yo, I'm about to start overstaying the welcome. Right. Like you know when a DJ played that one R&B record and they start putting the lights up a little bit. You in the club too long. Yeah. Why the hell you in the club when the lights is coming on, right? Like Jay got out of the way. I think he did a good job. Didn't overstay. Wayne did probably the best joint.
Oh, he did.
Like he definitely wasn't trying to be.
He might have did it the most successfully. He put Nicki and Drake on. He tried to put a whole conglomerate of money on. Nicki and Drake became the biggest stars of the next generation.
And he never competed with them.
And he fell back.
Never competed with them.
He fell back.
Jesus. Okay, so, all right. So, you know, and we'll talk a little bit more Diddy stuff in a second, but like Drake. Are we saying that Drake should probably just gracefully... Like, it hurts my heart to even think that.
Am I saying that? Yeah.
But I do believe that the lifestyle, like, bro, you're him still popping out. He's still popping out to the hot spots.
He is the biggest artist that we have ever seen with our own eyes next to Michael fucking Jackson. Bro.
Yeah, that's a fact.
So if you got them type of accolades and you up a B.
Yo, I seen that nigga pop out to like some like lit spot in Houston. I'm like,
I seen that too.
I said, which I think that's part of the I'm still current move, right? Like if Jay-Z popped out to that spot, you'd be like, yo, what is he doing here, right?
All right, but look, this is your own ego and guilty pleasure. So let me ask you this question, right? If you become a billionaire tomorrow, you got access to all the women in the world. People still revere you for who you are. You're one of the biggest guys. What is it? And it's hard to tell niggas like, yo, like, it depends on what your life goals is and how you feeling about shit. Like for me, $1 billion, I'm bigger than the Beatles. Salute, y'all got it.
Well, okay, so I think the lifestyle Drake likes is very expensive. Not saying he's gonna run out of money or nothing, but I think also what no one could. I think him and Nicki, and you know Nicki, so you could chime in on this. I've always said this about Nicki. That's why I think she waited so long to have a family. Like, look at Cardi. In the middle of Cardi did some profound shit. Like, in the middle of her peak musically, I'm having a family. Once she had a family, she was just like, well, I'm already so rich. I'm still gonna be rich. Right. Family's really fulfilling me. Right. And I love this family shit. This is a new passion for me. I think Nicki and Drake, you know, I think Nicki probably sometimes doesn't come off the best looking when she does it, but her and Drake is the same. Right. They have loved being number one. Yeah. Like every year, Nicki and Drake want to be the number one artist. And that's bigger than money. And I think when you've lived your life to get fulfillment out of number one, and you know, I think Nicki's or everybody already knows Nicki's story. I'll tell you about Drake. I think that's the reason why Drake has never settled down with a woman. Right. I think, you know, with all due respect, and, you know, never disrespect his son, Drake would have probably been a single bachelor at 38. The most eligible single bachelor that would have probably had no kids intentionally, right? If that situation didn't happen with that woman, and, you know, obviously has a son, but Drake has been living as a single man who is the number one rapper, who's still current, popping out, associated in the crowd of the most other lit niggas, whether it's the lit streamer, whether it's the lit athlete, the lit UFC nigga. He is That's where he got to get his fulfillment
I think
from.
that he's dealing with on a woman level the same shit that me and you was just talking about. He can't tell who really fucks with him.
I think it's different though.
What?
I personally believe that Drake realizes that his mortality is connected to him being a single bachelor guy, almost living a extended.
His career is basically
a single bachelor guy living.
The songs he's singing won't be believable and authentic if he's living another vibe.
Yes, and I think the closest he got to possibly giving it up was probably Rihanna, and that was probably a challenge in itself because that brings a power dynamic.
Well, that's why Joe Budden don't fuck with Drake like that. You know what I'm saying? Because they want to see.
Did he fuck Tahiri? That would be tight. Yo, I told Joe, I'm like, yo, I gave Joe the unlimited license to hate.
Me and Joe are Eskimo brothers. I don't fucked a lot of Joe Budden.
No.
That's my Virgo brother. We no. Share women.
If you fucked my girl that everybody knows me for, after we start getting a little like, you know, whatever, it's different if like, oh, we're fucking with the same girl before. Once I sneak this you, and then you sneak this me, and I sneak this you again, and then you fuck my girl, now it's different. Yeah, because you're basically just saying a pussy. Like,
see, but
I think if I'm Joe, I would just hate. I would just literally say,
what role? What percent do you put on a man and what percent do you put on a woman that had the relationship with you? Drake is someone that's just a man. It's a lusty man.
No.
Same way that we are all lusty.
You can't. And again, I'm assuming. I really have no proof. I think he did, but whatever. I would put no blame on Tahiri because these women are trying to get opportunity. Like, you know, this is going to sound a little bit misogynist. No. Wait, hold on. I don't know. And you could counteract it. Right. It's going to sound a little misogynistic, but let me massage it through. Pause. No Diddy. Okay. Especially in the hip hop entertainment business, and in many industries, it's kind of sucks to be a woman.
True.
I'm gonna tell you why.
True.
You almost have to derive your success off of a man.
True.
Right?
True.
And because of that, I can't blame a woman who says, hey, I am attractive. Mm-hmm. And because of my attraction, I'm going to try to fuck with guys who could help me get to whatever. And you got like Tahiri for all I know. Right? Yeah, for all I know, Tahiri was like a bottle girl or something like that. Or she worked in a club. Yeah. Hey, I'm a pretty girl that people want right now. Joe, if you're not going to fuck with me, I'm going over here. This is where I blame the men.
Okay.
Joe got to get out of his feelings if him and Drake has zero relationship. If Drake don't know him, cool. But, all right, we just met now. Right? First time we met, we traded a couple comments, we met now, right? Let's say, which by the way, this is not true. So any of my, you know,
don't say Selena or some shit like
what the fuck? What I'm saying is, if Shorty's watching, I don't want you to be like, yo, you had another bitch. There's no other girl here. But imagine I had a girl here, right? And she's right there, right? Mm-hmm. And you come do this interview now with me. You see her right there. Mm-hmm. And, you know, shit, damn, we keep building. I come pop up at you at the studio. I bring her too. Mm-hmm. And then, you know, time goes on. I don't fuck with her no more. 2 years pass. I see you with her. Mm-hmm. I'm kind of going to look at you like, yo, bro, like.
Yeah, it's the same shit we was talking about earlier. Star fucking. It's like I'm fucking her because that's DJ Academic. I would refer to her as like, I met her at Academic shit. Yeah,
but bro, I feel like if I'm Joe, I would feel like he's disrespecting me.
No. What did they say?
That's how Drake disrespects men.
What did they say?
What?
They for everybody.
Yeah, but
it's a different era. All right, so look, I agree with you. The morals and ethics, and I don't want to dive in too deep and use these people as example because I love Joe as a brother, and Tahiri I don't really know or have a relationship with, so I don't want to speak too elaborate on either one of them. But bro, it's very fucking simple, bro. Women love men, powerful men, boss figures, and you think Tahiri's not at wrong, and you think the woman. Let's not even say a name. You think the woman's not at fault, but what about? I think the woman is at fault because the woman knows how much I'm dealing with said person. I'm pillow talking with my girl.
Yeah, but once you cut her off, she's looking for, as I said, she's looking for her next opportunity.
Yeah, and you're opportunist.
You got to look at the man to say, as men, there's certain sacred things about each other that would imply disrespect.
Oh, so you saying bro code?
Yeah. I'm disrespecting you once I go beyond a certain type of wave. You get what I'm saying?
Bro, you name me 5 friends you think you have in the music business right now. Real friends.
Every time I say that, I find out they're not, so I won't jinx it.
Okay.
I used to say it.
Name me 5 niggas that you think can spare your bitch in the music business right now.
I kind of really feel like I got something, but I don't want to say it because then
I would say I don't think Joe would fuck anything that you would be fucking on. Like if he knew actively that was your girl,
yeah. Okay, good.
That's
Joe,
one.
yes.
That's one. I really think. But Joe's 44 years old. So if you put it in a 24-year-old, I don't think the NBA young boy would spare your bitch. Why would he? They for everybody. He young, he living. You know what I'm saying? Like, what would be the purpose of that?
I think he also looks at it different because there's like an NBA player that's dating one of his
like,
ex.
yo, your hoe's choosing, bro. I just smothered her out, nigga.
Fuck.
Whatever. Like, it wouldn't be that deep. It would. I don't think he would go in a relationship.
Yo, nah, but I would. Maybe that's tender dick. That's what they call it now. Maybe I'm gonna be a little hurt. You know why?
You chicken tender.
You know, so like because me and him we FaceTime a lot, right? I know he's incarcerated, but we was FaceTime a lot. All right, yo, you seen this girl behind me, and then bro, you flew her out and fucked her, bro. Like,
I
dog.
fuck with young boy. He in tune with this shit though. Like nigga, like literally, I think I said something about young boy in the interview, and then I DM'd him or whatever. I'm talking about as much as you think these rappers don't check their DMs or whatever. This and third, boy, he ain't hit me back at all. What's my boy?
Montana OG3. OG3.
He
He
hit
on
me
everything.
back in less than an hour. Like, look, he wants you to come to Great Digger Mountain. Right
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah. Here, let's set this shit up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's. You ever been up there?
Nah.
Oh man.
I didn't go because I didn't understand. Like, you got to think, like, as much as people know me for great R&B records and rap records or whatever, like, I did, like, me and Dirk, you know what I'm saying? I've been on every Dirk album that he's ever dropped. I did Still Trapping for King Von. I did mine too. King Von did, nigga, this ain't no G. This shit smoking. This shit, nigga, that was a demo and another hook that was done. It's a reference track on that too. I got it on my phone.
Really?
Nigga, I got all this shit on my phone, bro.
Wait.
Hold on, bro. Like, where my phone at, yo? I'm gonna show you. Shout out
No
to my
fucking
brother,
way.
London J or whatever. Like, Vaughn didn't even realize what was going on or like how this shit was going on because he was so fresh and new. He like, damn. I'm like, bro. He like, how you want me to do this shit? I'm like, nigga, go in there and do it or whatever. Do the fucking verse. He like, do the hook.
I'm gonna be honest, like he owned the records. I can't even think of it.
Yo, tell. Can you tell them out there, or can I tell them to go get my other phone real quick?
It is.
Yeah, my other phone out there with all the songs on it. We can go ahead and get that off too or whatever. But Vaughn was like, yo, damn gang. What this before I even knew my information on Vaughn. Like shout out to my brother Stan from in Miami or whatever, who he had a bunch of artists, he had a bunch of different people. He had Hot Boy, Vaughn, a lot of Tay Money. He's C'est La Vie. Sexy Red assigned to him as well now. So he brought me out there to work with all them different people, and Vaughn was on the list. And this early in Vaughn's career, he had like Crazy Story and fucking all this different stuff or whatever. But we went in the studio to work, and I'm like, yo, he didn't understand how I worked, and I'm like, yo, bro, like, nigga, here's the song, nigga, go in there and do that. I just did this shit for you the night before, and he like, gang, I don't know what I'm just supposed to go in there and say whatever. What this nigga just said? I'm like, yeah, bro, go in there and say that shit. And he went in there and said it. And fucking, he like, damn, this shit too.
No, he owned it.
But he changed, like, I ain't say nothing about Tuka and nothing like that in my motherfucking shit.
I was about to say.
Yo, here go example though. Look at this too. This bounce back. Shout out to Chad. Changed my life.
Holy shit.
Last night took a L, but today I bounce back. You know you go to sell, catch a check and bounce back. Shots on LAX, yeah, we can bounce back. If she shaking ass, tell that bitch to bounce back.
Holy shit.
So this is one of my demos that I come into the studio and play with artists.
Yo, hearing Jeremiah's voice right there is crazy.
Yo, I'm trying to tell you. Jeremiah's
one of them talented niggas, but like I be thinking about him as the voice, like his voice is just it's something when you hear Jeremiah's voice.
His voice is a hit already.
Yeah,
right?
you just want, like, with females around, you want Jeremiah, Ty Dolla $ign. You need those voices,
Yes,
to percolate the ambiance.
Yes, bro.
Holy shit.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. That's how that shit go. I'm gonna find the Still Trapping shit demo too, but like this is another song right here I did for Vaughn with T Grizzly called Rich Gangster. It's on his project too. But this is the demo. Shout out to London J.
Rich gangster, bad bitch spanker. How she riding on that dick, that shit dangerous. Put that pussy in the cage, I can't tame it. How she sucking on that dick, this bitch famous. Rich gangster, bad bitch.
Alright, so there go that. Now watch this. Hold on.
Bro, this is like blowing my mind right now.
Yo.
Because I wouldn't, even if I'm like, all right, cool, those records, Sister, this and third, I would think it's like some super other tough nigga that's kind of like.
Rich gangster, bad bitch tick. How she riding on that dick, that bitch dangerous. Put that pussy in the cage, I can't tame
It's crazy how an artist could give some shit like it feels like that's him.
Yeah.
Bad bitch tick. Give me your bitch. How she riding on that dick, that bitch dangerous.
Holy shit.
Put that pussy in the cage, I can't tame.
So yeah. That's how it really go.
God damn. That's crazy. Rest in peace, Vaughn. Nah. If I worked with King Von like that, I would be like, yo, let me just do a little research before I go up to Grave Digger Mountain. What do you think about Sexy Red?
I love Sexy Red. That's my dog.
I ain't gonna lie. I do like her music. That last song she dropped with Jerk is horrendous.
Which one? The BBL
The one that sounded she done.
Yo, bro. So look, this what it really is, and people don't even understand. Sexy Red music is a bop. It's crazy, but she has something that we haven't seen since Cardi B. People like Sexy Red. Fuck the music. They into her. You remember how when Cardi came out, niggas was into Cardi B.
Yeah, that's
it didn't
true.
matter with Bodak or whatever. Like she could have a misstep. But people loved her. She's she caught the fucking lottery ticket to where the people like you and not the song. And it's usually the reverse. It's the song, and then the artist is trying to catch up to make people know who they are and why they should like them as an artist. Sexy Red popped the cheat code, and she's unapologetically her.
You're actually fucking right. You did a podcast, my nigga. I kid you not.
I swear.
You definitely know. But because I could tell you analyze things from the perspective of not only you as an artist, you as a writer and a producer, but also from like a macro level of why is this connected? Right? And that is true about Sexy Red.
We should do a podcast, nigga. I got a studio, Circle House. I'm in there every day. I was thinking about it. Only thing that I really didn't want to do a podcast because, like, I'm like, yo, they gonna cancel me. But I'm looking for ways to like get my point across and share game. Like, I think that
I'm finally glad you came here.
Shit that we talking about, like that was a whole podcast episode. Like we could just do every artist and break down different shit, the stories behind this shit. Like I don't know if people is intrigued like I am because I see you are, but like I used to love when the album came with the DVD behind it. See who came inside the studio and worked on that shit. And I'm just mad opinionated, and I got a bunch of women, and I've done it. I would put a girl, a fine bitch, in a chair every episode. You know what I'm saying? And, that knows a little about music and shit like that. But
God damn. Okay, Jesus Christ. All right, no, I agree with you on Sexy Red. So I heard Joe say this about female rap. He said the wave is over. Now, you notoriously did Dotbox, the remix too.
Yeah.
Your record. By the way,
some bullshit. That's crazy though. Like,
I think you put like Dream Doll on it.
Look, I hate to cut you off. So look, I did the record initially, bro. This was like unbelievable. I had A Boogie, Tyga, 2 Chainz, Meek Mill, and YB in the mirror, all while they smoking hot on Dotbox. It was the original version. I put it out. I went on a promo run. I went to I went on the whole northeast, southeast region, went hit every radio station. The record wasn't reacting the way I wanted to. And like, I think it was because it was Dotbox and it was men all talking about a Dotbox or whatever, and it didn't work out. I went to a Warner Chapel camp in Vegas. They got a studio at the Palms Hotel, and they put all of it.
What do you mean a camp?
It's a writing camp or whatever. And
you gotta explain a writing camp to me. Like, ooh.
I'm really like the first nigga that really like brought them to the forefront as an A&R to where like I would go and I would get Smash David, Bankroll got it, OG Parker, T Romano, London J, all the writers, all the producers. I would tell them like, yo, I'm gonna go rent an Airbnb somewhere, nigga, a 10-room Airbnb, and we gonna set up 3 studios in here. Let's go make 100 songs in 5 days.
Oh shit!
And then we'll go feed the streets. So like that's what I would do. Warner Chappell and all these other companies follow suit because we were putting it on the gram. Granted, they were happening before I did it, but I think in that era I kind of made it a thing. And so Warner Chappell had a camp. There's a studio inside the Palms Casino. I don't know if people know in Vegas, there's a real high level studio in there.
Isn't it like one of the rooms?
No, nigga, it's a studio in the Palms.
How do you get there?
You go up the elevator. It's like on the 6th floor. It's a studio.
You gotta have like a key card or something.
No, nigga, you go right up in there. It's a real recording studio.
Like anybody could go to?
If you in a know, you can book the time there. And shout out once again to the Fertitta brothers and all them. They owned the Palms at the time when we were doing this shit or whatever. So we go there to the writing camp or whatever. I'm there. I'm working. I think I was working with Murder Beats at the time. I was working with a bunch of different people. Shout out to my partner, Krishan, everybody that was with me. And I ain't gonna lie. My record wasn't working the way I wanted to work. I'm like, damn, I got Chains, Meek Mill, Tyga, all these niggas, and shit is not reacting. And I was just like, you know what? It's cause it's niggas doing this song. I'm gonna go get all the girls on this record and flip it and do a remix to it and fucking like, of course, like first thoughts are always Nicki, Megan, the Cardi, the top 10. I'm like, nah, fuck that. I'm gonna go pick 5 girls that got over 1 million followers. So when we all press go at the same time with this record, it hits everybody or whatever. And people that want to promote it because they're underdogs and their careers bubbling. This like Lotto, like first real like big joint, you know what I'm saying, coming out the gate. So I literally pulled up on Lotto. Lotto did the hook for me. I sent it to Dreezy, sent it to Chinese Kitty, Young and May. I sent it to her. And Dream Doll. I
forgot Chinese Kitty was on there.
And her verse, Chinese Kitty, went crazy on that shit.
God, and did that do better than the male version?
Yes, nigga. That
really?
Yeah, that shit is gold now. Nigga got a plaque.
But when it comes to the original song, right? Because this is a remix. No, or did you do a part 2?
The remix is the one that's plaqued up, not the original.
Holy shit. Mm-hmm. God damn.
That shit went crazy and it popped off. I think that was like a gauge and a starting point for a lot of those women that are on that shit. I'm sure that if any of those women, with the exception of Lotto, because she's went and had massive, massive hits after that. But I'm pretty sure that shit's still part of their set. If they get booked or whatever, they go perform that record. It was a big moment.
Do you, like, you know, even as we talk about like records that you insisted on, do you ever feel like, yo, I don't know if I really want to tell people about my, you know, contribution to this record, because the artist might feel away. Like I ain't gonna lie to you. So, all right, let's go to the Drake Mob Ties thing. When people had told me that Vori like did the joint, I was just like, fuck out of here. Like, Drake's the greatest artist I ever lived, nigga. Like, right. These are the thoughts of a genius. Only Drake could have this. And I was just like, no disrespect to Vori, but this couldn't even come out of his brain.
Everybody in the industry knew Vori did.
Okay, well, so me and I'm the Vori hit me, and I'm talking to Vori a little bit, and you know, first of all, like I kind of almost got confirmation because he was just like, yeah, bro, like yo, I really watch you, like I fuck with you a lot, but it didn't feel too good because you were acting like I couldn't come up with something like that.
Right.
And this is before the reference tracks would ever come out. And pretty much he was just telling me like, yo, I want nothing. I want no parts of this conversation though. Like he didn't want to. It's even after the reference tracks. It's not like he's like, yeah, now I can speak on it how I really did it. He don't want to talk about the process.
Was the beginning of niggas not want to really talk about anything that's going on, especially when you dealing with a high level artist like Drake. Why would you fuck up your relationships? Then when you get painted as that, look how. Shout out to Quentin Miller. I've done great records with Quentin Miller as well, but like, look how long it's taking him to regroup from that. Like, once that stain gets on you, and like, all right, this what niggas don't understand. Until you're big dog status, until like right now, like, bro, like, I'm literally Young Berg. I have 18 billion streams on songs that I ever over 200 million sold, whatever. Yeah. Now I can go and play you this reference track or whatever, this, that, and the third, and it won't be no backlash or this, that, and the third. Yeah. When you're on a come up and you're sending reference tracks and you're doing all that, they'll blackball you behind the scenes.
Yeah, and I've heard a lot of great things about Vori. I heard he's been doing a lot of great writing.
Vori has been that nigga for a long time. I met Vori way before Meek Mill, Dream Chaser, and all that other shit. I met Vori through Austin Rosen. who is Post Malone's manager. Ori was signed to Electric Field, and I would go and do records with Ori on some songwriting, producing shit. Shout out to my guy. Damn, I'm missing one name, but the guy that a songwriter. He's gonna know if he sees this. That introduced me to Ori. He's been amazing forever. This is like 2016, 15. You know what I'm saying? Damn, that 10 years ago. So it's always those different people. Like my partner Chris Sean, like. Have you ever noticed that like R&B niggas, like where it's like it sounds like niggas doing a Travis Scott ad libs in back of an R&B song where like all this shit's happening. That's Krishan doing that shit. The whole game ran off with that, and now the artists doing it on their own. Me and Krishan, like when CB did that album, that was like 40, 50 songs. Me and Krishan did like 25 out of the 40 songs. Yeah. Pretty much every single for a long run of Chris Brown singles, we've done all the features that I'm really the one that's hitting Chris. Like, yo, get on this Young Blue song. Here go the demo. Here go the shit.
Really?
Yeah, like I put Wale song, Wale featuring Chris Brown. Yo, jump on this shit. Every CB feature, I pretty much one orchestrating that, and like I'm so appreciative and got so much love for Chris because he's not a hater, bro. Like that nigga. If I send him something you like, you do it.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't. He's not going to get the criticism that a rapper would get, and I think I don't think people think he's like a and no disrespect to like say like a Beyonce or Rihanna. I think they think he probably does his thing, but also uses help. But he's doing amazing R&B.
But he does help.
Yeah, but he's doing amazing R&B.
And rap and R&B is two different things. Like niggas are known and like respectfully, they are into the fact that like if you come. You can write an R&B record from top to bottom, but this what they don't acknowledge in rap, which really blurs the lines and kind of fucks me up, is that you can hear the Quentin Miller reference track, but Quentin Miller's performance on that fucking record compared to Drake's is night and fucking day. Like he made those shits pop. If he's not on that and he's not doing that, the reference track means nothing.
Yeah, no.
So like think about Big Sean Bounce Back. I just played you Jeremiah doing that. But it's a different vibe with Big Sean doing it. I just played you the King Von shit. The artist
when I heard King Von
is night and day.
Yeah, no, that's a fact.
That's a talent. Like people are trying to say that it takes away from your talent. Like no, that's a real talent. If I'm able to take what you give me and repackage it and redo it and throw my own shit on it, that's very talented.
Then it became a witch hunt. They're trying to find reference tracks for everybody. Then we found out Drake wrote, I'm Single for Wayne, which I think with Wayne. Nah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Hey, what do you think about? So there's two people who are producers and songwriters.
Hold on.
I forgot your tags on that bitch. Who's this?
Krishan, my partner.
I see why Diddy was trying to kidnap him. That's the guy Diddy was trying to kidnap, right?
Huh?
Was that the guy? No, keep playing that bit. What the fuck? What they talking about? Oh, that's fire. Wait. Is this the guy that Diddy was trying to get on his team?
No.
Oh.
No. Krishan.
How'd you find him?
Krishan is my partner. We met in 2016. We started our company.
That's
called
my
Making
song.
Sound. Yes, bro. Like,
did Joe get mad at you?
No.
Over that?
That nigga is fucking Krishan is a fucking goat. Or you said did Joe get mad at me over that?
No, he didn't diss Joe on that one. He dissed Joe on No Shopping.
Yeah, No Shopping. Yeah, I wasn't involved in that. But fucking Krishan is a fucking goat. Like our partnership while I work so great and amazing. He's like, we're like the new LA Reid and Babyface. He's like Babyface. He's like a fucking musical genius behind the scenes, does everything, not really in the forefront and shit or whatever. And I'm like the LA Reid. I go campaign.
Y'all got Drake verse on there though. Yeah. I got the game of the squeeze. Who disagree?
I do have it. Wait, hold it. 10-18.
Oh, that's French now though.
Now we ain't do Drake verse.
Oh.
But you gotta think like, yo, that's the. But what's the what was the other shit we was talking about? Like this.
No, that's
it's 2018.
Oh, this is Jaded. Oh, this is my joint. That's Drake though. That's Drake.
Drake sent it already done, but this what we.
Oh, I love this song. Drake is so good. Me already. Oh shit.
Yeah. So that's how we was involved in that. That was 2018 we did that record.
Holy shit. That's my song, bro.
I got everything. I got all the fucking files. Yo.
I gotta steal your phone, bro.
Yeah.
I gotta steal your phone. Oh my God.
I got everybody's shit, bro.
That is my song. And by the way, that's the song I don't care who. Like, I know he did his thing enough where it's personal to him. Whoever came up with those riffs and like those melodies and heart,
he
like
did that himself when he sent that to us. The only that for clarity, because I know it's
they're gonna try to rub it. Yeah.
The only thing that we did, he sent the record to Ty Dolla $ign for him to get on for his album. We went in there and wrote a verse with Ty Dolla $ign together, and Ty did all the backgrounds and everything through the song. Drake, I guess, decided to not use the Ty verse, but kept the parts that he liked, and that was a part of the collaboration that we did.
And I think that's why, if I'm Drake, I'm so upset at these niggas.
Yo, bro,
because they're trying to make it like I'm Milli Vanilli, and I've done amazing records with people. I've done my part. I've brought shit to the table. Other people have brought shit to the table. I credited them. It's not even like I've been hiding. Bro, I credited them, and you know what they try to do? They act like I ain't shit.
He's like us, bro. It's rare that he does a feature when he really fucks with you. He sends you the song for you to get on. He sends you your single. Remember, he said he sent Trippie Redd God Plan.
Yo, he said that on Elliot Wilson, that interview we did, and supposedly I think he sent I don't know if he sent Yes Indeed to what's his name, but I know he sent.
No, Yes Indeed was a baby record.
Okay, baby. No, he sent. I was shocked that he sent.
I think he sent CB No Guidance too.
Really? Oh yeah.
Because Boy Wonder produced that and all that.
Yo, this is when I realized Drake might have mythical powers. Drake killed Meek Mill and then sent him the record to revive him. God damn it.
You want to know what's so funny about that time? You know, I did Dangerous. Rest in peace to PNB Rock, the Meek Mill single with PNB and Jeremiah on it or whatever. And that was PNB Rock's song. I think PNB went to see Meek when he first got out of jail and played him the song. And then Meek offered him like, yo, let me buy this song from you. And PNB was just like, nah, bro, like, here, take the song. It could be your single. And that was like a start of his shit. Like, I remember, like, even back in the day, like, me and Meek relationship kind of go back a while. Like, I did the intro on the first initial Dream Chasers project ever. Like, the mixtape that he had, I did the intro to that. That's how long I've been in this shit, just doing stuff.
Holy shit.
Producer as well.
Man, play me a reference track, man. Yo, I'm gonna be honest with you. No. So here's the thing. So some people look at this as like they listen to this to indict an artist. I like to see how a record came about. Like, how does these amazing things like I've sung Jaded a million times. Again, obviously we know background vocals and some light touches, right? Yeah. But still, I've still trapping the King Von joint. Yeah. Rapped it a bunch of times, you know what I mean? And I've always wondered, like, yo, what's the mode an artist got to get into to get these records done? But I'm not realistic. You see, as a fan, and I think, you know, we're in like this internet era now, obviously, clearly. Fans got to get out of this mindset of like your records just pop up. Like, you know what I mean? There's a lot of great creative people, and it's not only the one guy you like. And I'm cool with, you know, acknowledging that. As long as we're still getting those records, like some people wanted me to say, nah, fuck Mob Ties now. Like, still my record. And by the way, I like Vori's take of it.
Oh, Vori version was hard.
Yeah, I like Vori's take of it too. Like that shit that goes hard, man.
On that, I ain't gonna lie.
Nah, I loved hearing that fucking No Stylist joint. Bro. No Stylist. No, French body that too. Yeah. Nah, French body that. Yo, French got a great ear. French told me in the interview, he said, he said, when he got, what was that called? I'm not good enough for you, or whatever.
You know, Jeremiah wrote that too.
You're lying.
Yeah, so Unforgettable.
Unforgettable? Yeah. No, he didn't.
Come on, bro.
No, he didn't. What?
Yeah.
Yo, friend said he heard that song, and then he was like, "Y'all can have that," and I guess everybody didn't believe in the song. They were like, "Nah, who cares?"
I don't even really get more reference track. Like, you got to think, for all the women, with the exception of Nicki Minaj or whatever, and anybody, or like Meg writes her own verses and stuff like that, and a lot of different people, but like all the women, like the reference tracks are there.
Well, that's why
Lotto writes her own verses. Shout out to Lotto too. I mean, a lot of women do, and a lot of women don't.
That's what I was saying with Yachty. I think Yachty's a better writer for women than men. Even though I like Jumbotron shit popping, but I'm like, bruh, you wrote real, like you started the ratchet bitch wave. Real ass bitch give a fuck about a nigga.
Remember this song? Hold on, let me see.
When you're writing, you write for women, right? When you're writing, I've always thought this. When you're writing for a woman, and like, you know, Dream has done it, Neo has done it, PND, I mean, the Graces has done it. You know what I mean? I think that's just part of writing. When you're writing for a woman, do you have to kind of bounce off maybe like a girl that you're fucking with at the time, seeing how she thinks to put it in song format? How do you come up with those thoughts?
You know you're a scumbag, so you go in there and just write all the shit that you've seen and heard the women say to you.
So it's basically almost like write a diss song for yourself. Oh shit, that's fire.
And I feel bad about that shit because when it comes to our dating life, how we were just talking now, it's like, damn, I've polluted these women's mind with certain different things and just like Birkin this, bop, 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 you should get this, your pussy is worth this, that, and the third. And now it's like, damn, like, nah, I'm trying to settle down and get me a situation. And like all the songs that I've done have kind of like set the tone for what women think. And here's the funniest part, respectfully, I think that a vast majority of women that's popping it like that all have men. And they all have boyfriends. And when I've worked with them, their boyfriends are either in the studio with us or whatever, and they're being super soft for that man, but they'll go in there and say some shit that'll influence the whole world. Bitch, we're all getting paid off of it. It's lucrative right now.
Yeah, I remember I tried to call this out way back in the day when Nicki Minaj was on stage one time. She says, if you a girl, don't fuck these broke men. Get you a nigga who gonna pay for all this shit. And I remember thinking, Nicki, you will never date a guy that'll pay for his shit. Like you're the top dog. You're the top dog. You get what I mean? So like you're telling people, and subsequently, you know, we heard JT and, you know, Young Miami and everybody else, you know, who looks more in love than JT and Uzi, right? Megan, all her situations, like she looked like she's looking for something, and she doesn't look like she's just like, I'm just having a great time being a whore. Right. Which I'm interested to see how that turns out.
No women want to see another woman on top. I think that a lot of different stuff is like not necessarily in a rap game or whatever, because I don't want to speak about that, or the R&B music business. I just think that women are way more competition driven than men. Like, that's why I think Instagram is so popular. That's why I think that women get in relationships with men. They only want to show off and let the woman know that they're doing way better than what she's doing.
Definitely a fact. Hey, what do you think about the Drake and Kendrick battle? Everybody's been asking my opinion.
Drake lost.
Like, what do you mean lost?
He lost.
You think the battle's over?
Yeah, it's over.
I'm one of those people be like, yo, listen, Fat Lady ain't singing it.
See, but look, this what really happened, right? I think that Kendrick rocked him to sleep with what Drake did in the Meek situation. And I think that Drake probably thought that like Family Matters was that shit. And it was gonna be the back to back. It kind of
is though. No, it's not back to back. It's not back to back.
Exactly.
But it is that shit.
They Not Like Us is more back to back than Family Matters.
Yeah, and I actually thought They Not Like Us was not gonna come from Ken. I thought he was gonna be like, you know what I mean, the polarization of the earth and mixed with the energy and the miracle spirit. I was like, all right, nigga, you're about to put us to sleep. Drake, give us a bop.
He made a hit, bro. That's all. Family Matters is not a hit. It's a cool record. It's a diss song. Back to back is a hit. Not Like Us is a hit.
Well, Push-Ups was kind of like in that hit, like, but
it's too confusing. It's not like too many beat changes. Nothing stays consistent.
You think, all right, so do you think it's just a formula for a hit where it's like, keep it simple? Yeah. Like, here's the thing about Not Like Us, right? He's actually spitting like, nigga, you're a pedophile. You did this. You're weird. He's weird. That guy's weird. And then it gets to the chorus, it's like, they not like us. They not like us. It's so simple. Yeah. like he's spitting in the court in the verses.
Bro, one of the niggas like that I look up to like Quincy Jones, that nigga said, yo, you can have the most effective hook is probably 5 words. They not like us. It's only 4 words in that fucking hook. They not like us. 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 It's nothing for you. It's not.
What do you think? You think Kendrick was sitting on that record?
No.
You think he genuinely went in the studio in those 2 weeks that, when Drake first dropped that record and said, you think he cooked it up then? Because I think that's true genius. Yeah. When you could create Back Against the Wall, that's why I think Back to Back was so good. Oh shit, a nigga just try to torpedo your whole career. You need your biggest record or the most influential record now and you get it.
If it was an old record, something clicked inside their brain trust and said, oh shit, he won the Meek battle because he came with a real hit record. Let's go in lyrical miracle on death, but let's keep a hit in a tuck. And that's where, as a fan, I was slightly disappointed in Drake because I'm like, damn, Drake gave everybody they hit. Why couldn't you just go back in and rework, you know what I'm saying, one of the records that's in a tuck or maybe for the next album? Because we all got them. I can play you 100 of them right now. I got a record right now that's in my phone, 20 of them that's hits right now. If I play you, be like, this is a hit.
Yo, but I think Drake was kind of, sort of also confused.
I don't think that Drake has ever been in a point to where people thought he was losing anything.
Well, okay, here's this point. I think if it was just about who could make the bigger hit, Drake would have taken this differently. I think Drake took this battle to show people, and I talked to him. He said, yo, I did this for my fans, right? I think he wanted to show everybody, I could rap better than this guy. I'm the best. And it wasn't, like, I think for him it's a foregone conclusion. I got more slaps than the beat. Y'all not really thinking a nigga could out-hit me, right? So OBO, let me try to show I could out-rap this guy.
If I was OBO, I'd be like, man, fuck them fans.
Really?
They fickle.
That is true.
So you trying to please a base that don't really, like, they'll switch up on you in a heartbeat.
Yeah, every time I'm driving and I'm playing Not Like Us, like if I think somebody, I gotta like turn it down or like
windows all the way up.
Yo,
10, 5%,
every time
10, you can't get seen.
Every time I'm playing it, I feel like Drake's almost sitting next to me. Like once he started talking about the part where he's just like, yo, it's probably A minor. Like I'm like, yo, it's like I'm calling my favorite artist a pedophile. So I'm like, let me not sing. You know when you singing a chick record and a chick is like, she says some wild shit like she's sucking a dick and you don't sing that part. Like it's like Glorilla records. Yeah. There's certain parts you can sing and there's certain parts you shut the fuck up about. I censor myself, and when it gets to Not Like Us, I'm like, I sing that part and I sing the other part where it be like, yo, I'm gonna send it up to Pac.
Respectfully, Not Like Us is the song of the summer, along with For Sure.
You think so?
By Cash Cobain. Those are the songs of the summer.
So I haven't really been out there yet.
The R&B song of the summer is Tink featuring Summer Walker. Songs About You. It's about to be #1 most sad. It's about to go #1 at Radio Watch. That's the R&B song of the summer.
Summer Walker is great too.
Yeah, Summer Walker is a fucking genius. I love her. Shout out to Justice and everybody at LVRN.
Yeah, LVRN is a fucking monster. I think they've done an amazing job, working R&B in the spaces it's in. Jesus Christ.
I gotta go now too. We gonna come back and do this part too because I feel like we can talk shit all day.
That is true. That is
when you come to Miami, like nigga, we got the whole shit set up. That's why I'm like, bro, we could do this for hours, bro. Because it don't even feel like 2 hours then passed since we've been sitting here talking.
Yeah, it's probably been. How long has it been, Leaf?
About 2.5. 2.5. Oh, it don't even feel like that. And there's so much shit we still ain't talked about.
Oh, I know. Yeah, listen, I know you got to go do a music video, right? Mm-hmm. By the way, just real quick before we get out of here, and yes, we're gonna do part 2. We're gonna just call this part 1 because there's just so much to talk about. We're gonna call this part 1. Tell me about what you got going on, your artists, and I see you showed up here with a bunch of people who you're definitely behind them in their music. Mm-hmm. Tell me about them.
So, Neek Bucks is one of my artists. He's from New York. He's out of Harlem. The nigga's incredible. Everybody fucks with him. Fucking Cash.
Neek has been on the cusp for a while.
He right there. Can you show his face real quick?
Of course. He come on everyone. And he's been in that position where. What up, man?
Yeah, let the people see you real quick, Neek. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I think you got it.
Yeah, come in frame so they can see you real quick. You might have been down a little bit, man. You see them folk right there? Yeah. Say what's up. Yeah. Harlem. This is what Harlem look like.
And so he's been at that place where I think everybody's always like giving him the praises, but I think we're also waiting for that real leap. That almost like, you know what? I mean, Cash Cobain was a producer, but like he's right there, which I'm like, he's with you. I think that's where you're gonna come in. You have to give him them records.
We've done that already, and we're gonna continue to do that at all times. But a lot of people don't understand that this game is about timing. Okay. So if what Cash Cobain is doing was introduced maybe 24 months prior to where we at right now, it might not have been the time to embrace for sure or the vibe that he's on right now. And what I love about Neek Bucks is that his relationships are always heavy, and he got pain in his heart and pain in his music, but he also can do anything, bro. Like we dropped a record with him and Wiz Khalifa. We dropped a record with him and 2 Chainz off his last project. His new record he just dropped is called Back Outside, and it's one of them ones, like it's for the chicks or whatever. He's very diverse. He can do whatever he want to do, you know what I'm saying? But to me, I would rather wait until the time is right than to get a fucking lick and then not know how to.
How do you know the timing is right? Because you said something that is so true. If so much is about timing, like right now, like for example, like say Cash Cobain's having the moment, right? If it was 2 years earlier, probably doesn't happen. Right. If it's 5 years from now, probably doesn't happen. Like a hit song is the right song, right time.
Think about it. The drill wave had to die down where it was like early drill. No disrespect to all them Fabio, Chef G, the killing drill. Mm-hmm. If the killing drill was still at its peak, sexy drill wouldn't have been able to sneak in.
Yeah, and then the Bronx wave started where them niggas was really going crazy, like the younger dudes.
Exactly.
And then a lot of them got incarcerated, and then I think now that it was like, yo, yeah, it's still kind of drill, but it's like, yo, we gotta get the ladies, man. We ain't doing this shit to kill niggas.
The game evolves, bro. Like think about it, like bro, like. That was in the King Von era. That was in the whole shit like Warren Chirac era. Like that was when niggas was tuned in. Like because we had never seen something in real time since 50 Cent to where we could put all the details together to where it's like, holy shit, this really is really somebody that's about that type of shit. Yeah. And that's why I was so like polarizing for all of us. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, damn, like you could really connect this story, and he's not lying, he's really in this shit. But Neek is someone that's authentic. He has the respect, and one thing that I know about respect, it lasts for a lifetime. So once you respect it, I'd rather him be as respected as he is and catch the record on God's timing when it's time for that to happen, and then it sustains a whole long career, rather than you just being a nigga that just caught a record and trying to pick up the pieces and maintain your career. You know what I'm saying? He put the groundwork in. He ain't skip a step yet.
And I want you to keep telling me about other people you're working with too. But like, what do you think about because what you're talking about is a TikTok method, where it's like you see the artists that. Yeah, they caught the record and maybe TikTok was a propellant, but then it fucks them up afterwards, right? It's like the timing necessarily wasn't right for you as the artist. The record just got caught. It's like you hit that lick.
And the funny part is, what I empower with all my artists is that, like, I seen it happen before. Like my previous artists, like, because we gotta go into detail. Remember the girl that got locked up with all them birds or whatever. The Rocky is my artist. She was signed to through Atlantic or whatever. That's in part 2 or whatever. So whatever. So listen, I've been in a lot of situations to where I don't want a label to believe in my artist based off of how hot I am. I want them to love the artist. You know what I'm saying? And Atlantic ended up giving her a deal. She didn't even do a meeting with Atlantic. I'm the A&R. They give me a label deal. I want to sign her. They give her $500,000 to her pocket.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
You got pulled, nigga.
Yeah, so it's just one of those. She never met Craig Calvin or none of them a day in her life. It's just like, I want to sign her. She's the first signing or whatever. So I don't want it to be about nepotism with the people I work with. I want them to do it on their own merit, and for me just to be like a little boost to what's going on, just some icing on the cake, more so than, hey, this is Hitmaker's artist and let's do this deal because Hitmaker's behind it. No, love the artist first and let that be a caveat for me being involved in it. You know what I'm saying? So Neek Bucks, shout out to Neek. Cash Caprice from Philly. He was formerly a dream chaser or whatever in Philly with him. He's here now. He done stepped out or whatever. The nigga is like, he could do everything. He remind me of PNB Rock so much. Rest in peace to
Really?
PNB or whatever. Like, yo, and shout out to PNB. Me and PNB got hundreds of records. They're about to start coming out. Shout out to Orlando. We got a bunch of shit. Shout out to Mont. There's everything going on. So the Ivory Scott, who's my artist as well, he's a writer. He has a record called Real that's going crazy. One of the biggest TikTok records right now. It's going crazy at Urban Radio. He's a songwriter that started with me. He did Baddest. He did Peru by Fireboy and Ed Sheeran. He did a bunch of records with me, and I was able to alley-oop him into a play. Ron E., who's from Long Island, he just closed his deal. His video is today with
What do you mean he
Fabulous.
did Peru?
We wrote Peru.
You're lying.
Oh, come on, bro.
All right, I believe. Yo, we really got to go down the rabbit hole. Yo, we got to have like a solo, like, we got to have two more pods. One, we just talk about the bullshit, and then we got to talk about the music. Because, yo, I'm one of those, like, I'm like a music, like, fiend when it comes to how these records get created. Oh, shit. Yo, this producer just sent over the drums, but there was nothing else there, yo. He was just fucking around, like.
Fireboy is signed to Empire. So when I came to Empire, the first record I did was Baddest for Blue and 2 Chainz and Chris Brown. And then
For some reason, I thought he made that in Lagos or some
the
shit.
second record that we did that came out that went crazy was Peru.
God damn.
So Gazi made his money back immediately when I came to the company. And then I did all the Tink shit or whatever. Like, and so it's like we broke even. We in a good vibe with each other. So of course, Ivory Scott, we just said him. Tink, Big Tink, shout out to my girl Tink or whatever. Her new album, Winter Diary 5, is about to come out. She's going on tour, a stadium tour with Janae Aiko. I think they starting next week or so or whatever. She's about to be on the road. Her single is out right now with her and Summer Walker, Songs About You. It's going to be the song of the summer for the R&B level. She got great features on the album. Her next single is called Player with After This Songs About You is featuring Skilla Baby. No Caps on the album. Shout out to my brother No Cap as well. From there, Ivory, Ronnie, it's probably like I might be missing somebody because we under the gun on a time and level, but like, man, I probably got 5 or 6 artists that I'm really building with. I probably got 7 or 8 writers that are under me or whatever.
Do you have an imprint?
Yeah, I have a joint venture with Warner Chappell and APG. I have joint ventures everywhere. I have a joint venture with Empire. I have a joint venture with Monarch. I have a joint venture with APG. I have a joint venture with Warner Chappell.
You got to tap every building.
I got a song deal with every fucking company in the game. Atlantic, Warner, fucking Interscope. Every company in the game, I got a song deal.
That's how you really get that money. That's how I tell my listen. I'm media, but I like to. I've done digital marketing business with all these motherfuckers. I love them.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's all good. Damn.
So, man, shout out to all the writers, all the producers. Shout out to my brother Krishan. Shout out to the whole team, man. And like, we gonna come back and do a part 2, or we gonna do a Miami edition. You know what the vibe is? This is what I'm telling you. I got my engineer down there. I see you got Leaf. You got a great team. If they come down, we get the 100-foot yacht. We bring the Thutis around us and doing it, and then we pod on the yacht.
You think I'm trolling, but I kind of need. I need like a little vacation for this shit.
We pod on the yacht in Miami.
No, I'm serious.
And then have the art. We'll dock the yacht, or we'll get 2 yachts, and we'll have the artists on another yacht or whatever, and just dock and just keep having people pull up. You know what I'm saying? And whoever's working with me at the time, they could pull up, pop in, or whatever, and we can get some good content off and go crazy like that.
Now let's do it. Man. Yo, I know you got to go, man. Hey, listen, this is one of my most enjoyable I'm kind of mad we have to end. This is only part 1. We're definitely going to come back for part 2. By the way, I want everybody to do this. When you guys see this episode, go hit up Hitmaker. I want y'all to tell him we need you back for part 2, because he won't forget me after you go here and he go work with all those artists and he go meet 10 other people and fuck 3,000 other chicks. Tell him we want part 2. Everybody go to his Instagram and definitely go support his artist, man. Yo, brother, thank you, man.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Part 2 on the way.
Listen, thank you for watching this episode of Off the Record podcast, man. This is one of my favorite, man. We are out. Peace.